Welcome to Point Blank Period, Point Blank Period,
Point blank period.
Point blank period.
Point Blank Period. No pressure.
Can't have a baseball conversation without bringing up Ohtani.
He's a great pitcher and a power hitter. Yo, this man's top five.
I'm still taking today's NFL.
I'm going with the 90s.
None of them are better than Brady.
This is your argument?
No, what I'm saying is, who's MVP? Do they not matter no more?
Like, everything you said before that point is irrelevant.
Not how the NFL works, baby. We drafted your replacement already. So
I don't got to talk to no peons.
why not just come back and prove?
This time he's really going off. Fireworks.
Because we can't argue facts. What I told you when you got involved with this.
This
Grown
is
man business. Grown man business.
Welcome to Point Blank Period Podcast, the best sports podcast, Point Blank Period. Today is episode 50. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right. But you know, sometimes, Mr. KD, I could be wrong, but you know, I'm still right. But with that being said,
But I'm right.
but with that being said, we will get to what's right in the East and the West as our player of the week in the NBA. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD.
Bonjour.
What?
We at the top again, man. We talk about the player of the week, and the king is sat back on the throne. Out west, we got Nikola Jokic with a 4-0 week. We're on a 7-game win streak, I might add, and he averaged 26, 17, and 14. Let me slow that down because that could be a lot to take in if you're not listening at the right capacity. He averaged 26, 17, and 14 in a 4-0 week. Best in the world. Out east, we got Jason Tatum.
For the comeback and the performances that he put together, I feel like it's worthy. And then even more so, I don't know if this still counts as last week, but I mean the triple-double he just posted.
Which one?
Jason Tatum.
Oh, okay. That was last week. That's probably what boosted him up. Which one? He posted a triple-double. No, that was Monday.
No, he came close to a triple-double, then he posted the triple-double.
Oh, I might be talking about the one he came close.
Yeah, that was that triple-double he posted, I think, when Jaylen Brown was hurt. So he had to put the substance on his back, as usual. And that goes to, man,
I don't understand why y'all want to talk about, why y'all want to focus on almost triple-doubles than triple-doubles when a man averaged a triple-double for a whole week.
But that makes him the player of the week in the West. Somebody still got to be the player of the week in the East. Just because you did great in the West, we still got to
like we're not just gonna skip over that.
We gonna get the Jokic. We gonna get the Jokic. Now,
when he averages triple doubles for a season, I don't see why you're hype about a week.
That's what I'm getting.
I don't see why you're so trying to magnify this week when he does it for a season.
If anybody else averaged that, we'd be going crazy. But he does it so effortlessly, we don't even pay that much attention to it. That's a disadvantage.
And Mr. KD, I agree with you 100%. He suffers from that Tim Duncan syndrome, where your greatness and your personality doesn't match. Meaning you so melancholy and the way that you play the game is not exciting. So, yeah, you had 17 assists, 14 rebounds. But you didn't wow me.
Yeah, because I do this all the time. Because you do it all the time.
That means that. I'm just saying the way he does it.
If you say Jokic is not entertaining, boy, I don't understand what you be watching.
Not for me and you. We basketball players.
For the masses, the passes.
For the no, he doesn't. He doesn't. If you talk to the average basketball fan, he doesn't wow you. Like for instance, Anthony Edwards wow you more than Nikola Jokic, but Nikola Jokic is a way better player than Anthony Edwards.
That's just off of athleticism. If we're talking about a wow, his level of consistency is a wow. That should wow everyone.
But even if you take athleticism away, let's say Steve Nash. Steve Nash, with the way he assists the ball, is just a more pleasing aesthetic game.
You lost me because Jokic passes is Jokic passes only argumented with Magic Johnson's type of passing. So
See, and we're gonna have a debate about that in a future pod because I think you think you're a better passer than I think, but that's a whole nother story. But with
I
that being
don't blame
said,
you for not knowing. It's okay. I accept
no,
it.
no, no, no. I watch all their games when I can catch it. But with that being said, we're gonna get to our injury report / trade rooms. So last week we didn't mention JSN became the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. With that being said, I just want your thoughts on the his contract and everything going on, Mr. Amari.
I think it was well deserving after the season that he had, and also capping it off with the Super Bowl. I mean, he did play a stellar season. He had two back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, which this one also captured the receiving title. So well deserving for him. Resetting the market, but just know he will be jumped eventually.
Next offseason, if not next regular season.
Kitty,
That's where we at. You better sign when you get these level of stars. You better sign them early, because that number is just gonna keep increasing. 2 years from now, that'll look like a bargain.
Mr. KD, that's the crazy thing. One person may ask, is it deserving? But to your point, 2 years from now, it's not even gonna be deserving. It's gonna be looking like, dang, he underpaid. I don't know if he's the best wide receiver in the league right now.
Oh, you know he's
I would
not.
say he's not. I would say he's top 4, maybe top 5, and I let Amari speak about that. But I say he's about top 5. But he's deserving.
Best receiver in the league. Come on, now he playing around.
No. I'm saying that to say that he's paid as the best, but I don't believe that he is the best. That's my bigger point. But 2 years from now, his contract gonna look like pennies on a dollar. So it's best for you to sign not just wide receivers, your star players early, then to wait late, like the Dallas Cowboys. That's a whole nother story. But what do you think about that, Mr. Amari? Do you think he's a top 5 receiver, top 4? Where you kind of rank him as top receivers? You ain't got to make a list just off the top of the head.
I don't think he's a top 5 receiver.
Oh, really?
He can be outside, but I don't know about top 5. I mean, I need more consistency than just 2 years. I mean, your 1 year where you had to be, well, you were technically the true number 2 because Tyler Lockett was hurt most of the season. You had 1,000, you posted 1,000 yards. Then this year, I mean, of course, you hop out the gate with 1,800, get a receiving title, but that's only 2 years of work. I can't arguably put you in the top 5 category when there's a bunch of people that have 4 to 5 years of true consistency, putting up 1,000 yards or 1,500 yards with multiple touchdowns, and you only got 1 year of that. So no, he's not top 5, but I definitely give him top 10.
All right. Speaking about somebody that we know is top 1, top 2, depending on who you ask. Myles Garrett and the Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns, they restructured his deal. They said that they don't look to trade him. But what's your thoughts about this with the restructuring? And do you think that they can offer him to somebody else? What you think about this, Mr. Amari?
I don't think Cleveland will try to trade Myles Garrett. I mean, at some point, I do think they will try to open those ventures, but I understand where the smoke comes from with this restructuring the deal, making sure he gets most of his money up front so it doesn't hurt them on the back end. But I don't necessarily think they're going to try to move him. I don't think they're going to move him this year or even next year. I think Myles Garrett is there for at least the next 2 to 3 years before he or Cleveland decides that they want to part ways. But where there's smoke, there's fire, and then there's always something in the fire. So, hey, if they decide that they get a decent enough offer, so be it.
I'm with them for the most part. I think they don't have intentions. The restructuring won't with the intent to trade him, but if they get an offer, that blows them out the water, I don't think they'll turn it down. I think they want him to be a Cleveland Brown, but if you're going to outbid yourself and offer a grand ransom, we're going to leave the door open to make that more convenient for us as well. I'm still stuck on the last topic. I'm not going to lie to you. Puka Nacua, Amari, is he top 5?
I would argue that he is.
That's okay. Now I see where it's at. Okay.
I think he's doing productivity and consistency. So it ain't just a lot of people got a hat record, but can you drop a hat album after hat album after hat album? Then he could be a top 5 rapper.
I just
But
think
with
he
that being
slides
said,
in because a lot of guys slid out. Like it's a lot of guys that we can't say they top 5 anymore. You know.
Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry. But with that being said, one of your favorite players, Mr. KD, I'm gonna go with you, Damar Hamlin. We re-signed him with the Bills, man. That's a great move. We got him back. Mr. Number 3 at safety. What you got to say about that, Mr. KD?
Draft one.
You got a great safety room when you got Geno Stone and Damar Hamlin. So y'all headed the right way.
In dire need of a safety, draft one.
Nah, as an AFC foe, I think they look pretty good.
You let your bias take over. Mr. Amari, please keep speaking because you're talking from a real perspective. He's speaking as a Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Like I said, that defensive back room is depleted. Beautiful. And they need help.
How you depleted? I ain't never seen that word used when everybody healthy. I ain't never seen that word.
Everybody healthy, but nobody in that room is good.
They're depleted, and they got every healthy body available.
Nobody in that room is good. Geno Stone is your best safety.
That's a good start.
You know how that goes.
He was great. What are you talking about?
And then you traded your best corner.
We don't need him. No, I keep telling you that's not their best corner.
Deron Johnson?
Nah, I like Christian. I like Christian Benford.
Christian Benford. I mean, he's literally the best piece in that secondary right now.
He's the only piece in that secondary. But
him and Maxwell Harrison.
They never mind. He's the only piece in a great secondary. I love what the Bills are doing on defense.
They need help.
They have help. The cavalry is here. Geno Stone is signed. Don't worry no more.
Mr. Maury, we're not listening to that, Mr. Maury. We're not listening to that. But what we are going to listen to is Howie Roseman says A.J. Brown is an Eagle. Will he stay one for the upcoming season? Meaning, week 1, will he be an Eagle? What's your thoughts about that, Mr. Amari?
Well, like I said earlier with the Myles Garrett talk, when there's smoke, there's fire. And there have been a lot of talks about A.J. Brown being disgruntled with the way things are going in Philadelphia. And with the whole speculation for the offseason was that Philadelphia was going to move on from him, but Howie Roseman and even Nick Sirianni both doubled down that they wanted A.J. Brown in Philly. I think A.J. Brown is still destined to be traded. And as of right now, one of the biggest destinations is the New England Patriots. And that would give Drake May a true number 1 that would pair him back up with Mike Vrabel. I think it would be a great move.
So I was speaking about Mr. KD bias earlier. I don't want him to go to the Patriots. Now he can go somewhere. Patriots off limits. Off limits. Because he go there, Drake May gonna mess around and turn to that other person I shall not name. But it's on you, Mr. KD.
Hey, he just cut his hair like Brady did.
Since when you start jumping in front and there.
Sometimes I'm sorry, Mr. KD. I'm sorry. I relax.
Yeah, don't let your personal gripes jump in front of your professionalism. No, really.
That tape was personal, but that's another thing.
No, A.J. Brown, opposing to what we were just saying about Myles Garrett, I think the Eagles are moving towards trading him. It's just a post-June 1st move, most likely, so they can save a little on the cap hit. But I do think A.J. Brown will be on a different team at the beginning of the next season, and I do think it'll be the Patriots. I'm not going to lie. Cleveland is another team that's floating around, but that would cost them the ransom of Myles Garrett that we're speaking about probably. So I think New England stands ready to make that trade and offers enough that Howie would accept it. So I do think that's probably.
I definitely hear you with Cleveland, but I don't think Cleveland I don't know if Cleveland is going to make the move for AJ Brown, whereas they could also make the cheaper move and swing the fence and try
Oh,
to steal Brandon Ayuk from San Fran.
that ain't cheaper. Is that cheaper?
It would be a cheaper option because I think with AJ Brown, I mean, eventually you have to give him a new contract because I believe his contract is either up after this year, so you have to give him a new deal. And even more so, being in which of how Brandon Ayuk kind of forced his way out of San Fran, I'm pretty sure the asking price isn't too high.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mr.
that'll be
Murray, I
more.
gotta ask you this question. What's going on with San Francisco and Brandon?
I mean, he
Nothing.
ultimately left the team all season last year, and he never played a game. Didn't report to
Nah, I
camp.
know that, but the why? Like, why?
There have
What
been
happened?
no, I don't know.
Nobody knows because they gave him his
Nobody
money.
knows. He hasn't released a statement about it either.
They gave him his money. I don't know what it really is, but he will speak eventually. If man, I'm at the point, man. I don't know if he wants to play football anymore because it's so absurd the happenings. So let's stay focused on guys that's actually on the gridiron right now. With the AJ Brown situation, I think we both on the same page. He'll probably more than likely be a Patriot next season.
All right, somebody that's not on the gridiron right now, but will be on the gridiron shortly. Andy Reid said that Patrick Mahomes is looking great. His words, not mine. Do you think he will be starting in week 1? What's your thoughts about this, Mr. Amari?
I don't think Patrick Mahomes will be a week one starter because I don't think the Chiefs will want to rush him back that soon. But he will if he is in good health. I do see him making an early season appearance. I don't think he'll be week one, maybe a week three start. Just so he can kind of get his legs fresh with a bit of practice and everything. Because I mean, the recovery process is a long road. So I mean, him going through throwing sessions and everything now doesn't mean anything when game speed comes into play. So I say him looking 100% right now in shorts means nothing when the pads come on.
Well, I don't think he's on the field yet.
Oh,
They just judging his.
Nah, he
yeah,
throwing the ball a little bit. He's not on the field doing full workout, but it's like videos out there him throwing the ball and all that. But he's actually throwing the ball.
His injury was a lower half injury. He could throw the ball from a wheelchair. I'm not even to be that extreme. I don't. I'm with you. I don't think they'll rush the process, but I don't think they'll run away from him being available week one either. If he checks off all the boxes and his intent is to be ready week one, they're going to give him that luxury. Pat Mahomes is one of those guys, few in the league, that gets the right to pick what he wants in a lot of situations. If Pat Mahomes wants to play week one, if that's his goal and that's how he's amping his rehab up to be available, they're not going to hold him from that. They'll let him play as long as it's all those boxes that they have are checked.
Before we get to the next topic, Mr. Amari, is there any more free agency or trade news you want to get to? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Kirk Cousins has recently signed with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Sure.
This was a prediction made on this very panel, but being due to the news that the Las Vegas Raiders were looking into a veteran QB option, KD, do you think that Kirk Cousins will be the week one starter instead of Fernando Mendoza, especially due to his lucrative 5-year deal?
Well, let's be clear on the deal. It's really a 1-year deal. It just looks very nice. It's really they can get out of it after 1 year for $20 million. But when I read it first, it said 5 years, 170. So I was like, whoa. Every time Kirk Cousins signs a new contract, I want to know his
Gets
agent's name.
paid.
I want to know his agent's name every time I read the numbers. This man needs to be.
Hey,
He
Mr.
needs to
KD,
be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
how many cut you off, Mr. KD? We all need his agent.
He needs to make the Hall of Fame. That's what
But
I'm
yeah,
saying now.
You talk about
uh,
the agent, right?
yeah, the
His
agent
agent.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I week one, I think that's what Clint Kubiak wants. If everything goes the way he wants, he would love for Kirk Cousins to be that week one starter. But it is going to be in Kirk Cousins' hands as far as you have to show them your capabilities. I'm still a Kirk Cousins fan. I know some might call me crazy or but I still believe in Kirk Cousins. That's why this prediction was made previously. But Yeah. So if I had to pick right now, I'd say he'll be the week one starter.
Also, in other news, we have yet another retirement. 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore, has decided to step away from the NFL and retire. What are your thoughts on that?
I think if the right injury, I can't say the right. If an injury happens and the right opportunity presents itself, I think we can see Gilmore again. But
Yeah, I think he does have a little bit more in the tank.
hey, if he's done, he's done, and he's had a good career. I would love to say great, but that tail end of it wasn't that optimistic. But I'd like to see how does it work for him as far as his Hall of Fame candidacy and post career and everything. I'd like to see how that works for him. But if this is the end, kudos to him. Right off in the sunset, be great. But I think we'll see Stephon Gilmore again. Just a sneaky itch. I think we'll see him
Mr. KD, you started off where I'm about to go at. You said maybe. I'm going to say he's a Hall of Famer. I want to get y'all to opinion real quick. I believe he's a Hall of Famer, like he said, Defensive Player of the Year. And I remember when we picked him, he got drafted by the Buffalo Bills. And I was upset because I thought we needed something else. But looking at his totality of his career, in my eyes, he's a top 15 corner of all time. So in my eyes, that makes him a Hall of Famer. I just wonder what y'all think about it. Start with you, Mr. Amari.
I can't put him side by side with other names and tell you if he was actually a top 15 corner or not. But I do think in his illustrious career, he has accomplished a few things. I believe he has a Super Bowl, if not two. Along with the Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, he definitely a few all pros and definitely a number of Pro Bowls. But I I can't necessarily mark him as top 15, but I do think
top 15
he
might be a reach.
can get the edge to get into the Hall of Fame with the right candidates going in.
Top 15 might be a reach.
It might be a reach, but I'm gonna ask both of y'all, him or Asante Samuels. Who y'all got? This quick, this off the top of the head.
I would take Stephon Gilmore. He won Defensive Player of the Year at the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah.
And I said, and the only reason I said that because I got Asante Samuels like in my top 20, and I think he's a Hall of Famer also. So that's the only reason I asked. But what you think about
But he's
Stephon
not.
Gilmore being a
So
Hall of Famer, Mr. KD?
Like
If you don't think he's a Hall of Famer, just your
I brought it
thoughts.
up. I brought it up for a reason. He is there. Like it is not out of his realm. But sometimes they look at those last. How did you end your career? And that might push you back. Now, maybe I'm really arguing is he first ballot? Now I don't believe he's first ballot, but I think down the line eventually he will be a Hall of Fame. I'll say that. It's actually few that win that Defensive Player of the Year and not make the Hall of Fame.
And especially from a cornerback position, like that takes a lot. From the winner from the cornerback position, not a defensive end, etc., etc. But Mr. Amari, do you got anything else to give us for our free agency news before
no.
I get
You sure?
Oh, kidding.
No, I'm just saying you ain't want to bring up no safety in the AFC North, nothing like that.
Former Pittsburgh Steelers and Patriots safety Kyle Duggar has signed with the Cincinnati Bengals.
What?
Now, KD, how do you feel about that?
I ain't even man. When did you see that? I didn't even know that. Um, he's a great tackler. So I've heard. And that's what we need from that safety position if we don't need nothing else. Because with Geno Stone now to the Bills, which I'm so sad about, um, we need that from that last lineup. And he's really been very versatile as far as if he can play in the box, he can play strong. So I'm excited about that pickup. I like what our safety room is starting to look like.
With
One
the
last thing,
move to
Caleb
with the
Downs.
move to add
Caleb
I was
Downs,
just
baby.
gonna I was
One
actually
more
just gonna
pick.
ask that if with the move to add Kyle Duggar to the safety room, do you still think the move for Caleb Downs in the first round is not gonna overcrowd it?
Let him be there in our picking. I got a better answer for you. Caleb Downs will be in orange and black. We're not worried about overcrowding the room. Caleb Downs. If Caleb Downs is there, that's the pick. If Sonny Styles is there, that's the pick.
And when y'all get the chance, look at our mock draft 1.0 coming out soon.
Yes, sir. Please watch that. And with that being said, I'm gonna start with you.
Who you had us get?
Watch it.
I can't.
Yeah. But with that being said, I'm gonna start with you with the NBA injury report / trade rumors. I don't know too many injuries that's been too impactful, so I'm gonna just lean on you, Mr. KD, to give me any injury report that you got for the NBA.
Nothing that popped up new that's too heavy. But Ant Edwards got re-injured, and they're monitoring that. Steph Curry's still out. Giannis, they're still contemplating whether to shut him down or not. I don't know what is the contemplation.
Hold on, Mr. KD. You said Ant Edwards got re-injured. I know he was injured.
Not re-injured. I should say that. Not re-injured. He's had discomfort coming back from the injury.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Being very cautious with him. But like I said, Steph Curry still being out. I think it's about time to contemplate shutting him down as well. Giannis, they're still debating whether they're going to shut him down or not. So it's not too many new injuries that holds anything heavy, but those guys' injuries are still lingering. Peyton Watson is back. Aaron Gordon is back.
So you saying the Nuggets back healthy?
Nuggets on a 7-game win streak.
That's what's most important.
I was just throwing it in there just because.
Nah, I mean, go ahead, say your bases. That's what's most important, that y'all back healthy. And with that being said, before I get to the next topic, I think that is important because it's one thing to be injured in November, it's another thing to be healthy in March. So March, April, you healthy now, it's the playoff time. So long as I can get to the playoff and I'm healthy, that says a lot about my team, then we can move forward. But with that being said, more football with Mr. Amari. So with that being said, Mr. Amari, how do you think, or what do you think, should we be sending NFL players to the Olympics to play flag football? A, and B is flag football real football? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
I don't think we should send NFL players to play flag football. I mean, as KD's seen, his quarterback took a mean lick in a flag football game, which is also unprecedented in those types of games. But the amount of non-contact injuries that can happen in flag football games, we just want to kind of minimize that so we can keep all our star talent in these NFL games. And as far as asking, is it real football? You trying to get me canceled, man. You know they take flag football very seriously. So it's a derivative of football, but I definitely think it's its own separate thing from the true sport.
That's right. Flag football, it doesn't have to be real football. It just needs to be real flag football. And that's what it is. But I'm with you on sending the NFL players.
Well, Ms. KD, I think you had the best take. That's what it is. It's real flag football. I just want everybody to sizzle on that and let that digest. It's real flag football. It isn't football. It isn't what we used to. It's just flag football.
See, that's the ignorance of the debate. They've never come out and say flag football is football. We just naturally tried to connect the two. If you're trying to compare those two, then you're already starting off negative. They're not the same. It is, the rules are different. The players on the field are different. The plays are different. The style is different. And that's really why I say we shouldn't send the NFL players. Along with the injuries, I'm with you. That's a part of it too. But more so, we have more capable guys to send out there to bring us back a gold medal. It was fun to watch, but the professionals, the NFL players, they got spanked in these tournaments and exhibitions. I think they won 2 of the games, but it was really to the point of them being outclassed, because these are guys that actually has trained for flag football for the majority of their lives and so-called careers, and those are the guys that we send to battle. Stop sending the guys from a whole nother sport, because that's what we have to come to realization of. Flag football and football are 2 totally separate sports.
No, Mr. KD, I agree with you 100%. Because people was dropped down and getting the eagle on doing flag football. Like they were doing things that people don't do in normal football because you get your block knocked off. All that little prancing and dancing, people just gonna run over top of you. So I agree with you there about they're two totally different sports. And with that being said, this is my biggest takeaway from all of it is if we can't send NFL players to play in a Pro Bowl, there's no way in the world we're gonna be able to send NFL players to play in the Olympics. That's just how I feel personally. Like at least in American basketball, they play in the All-Star game. They play, even if they don't play great, they play.
I think certain NFL players will value the chance at winning an Olympic gold medal over the chance of having the name listed in the Pro Bowl.
My point ain't that. I'm saying the reason behind them not playing the Pro Bowl anymore is because the physicality of the sport. Meaning,
it's the fact that it's not a game anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's not a game anymore now because people don't want to get their golden goose laid out because it's too physical of a game. Just even if we talking about flag football,
that's because the risk outweighs the reward. That's
exactly what I'm getting at, Mr. KD. That's my point.
If we're going for a gold medal, I'm pretty sure we'd have some more.
The risk is not worth the reward. I made 40. We were just talking about We were just talking about James. I made 48 million. The risk of a gold medal is not worth me. And this is a non-guarantee. This is not me personally. I'm saying me as the football player. This is a non-guaranteed sport. See, in basketball, the contract is guaranteed. So LeBron, he blows Achilles in the Olympics, he's still gonna get whatever he's gonna get. KD, whomever.
Only thing will fight
football, if you just in and you go to the Olympics next month and you hurt yourself, you're not gonna get your money.
Only thing that will fight against your point, if we're not gonna go too deep into it, plenty of the high level players have already came out and said they would love the opportunity to represent America.
No, Miss KD, I understand what they saying. I'm speaking as the NFL. I ain't even speaking as the players. I'm speaking more as the NFL. That's why I said if we can't send you to play the Pro Bowl, then we definitely can't send you to do the Olympics. I'm speaking more as the executives. I'm not speaking as the players. I understand what the players
stop them from going to the Pro Bowl.
You said what, sir?
The executives are not the ones that stop them from going to the Pro Bowl.
No. The executives are the one that said that they seen that the risk is higher than the reward. Now there's no need to keep this going on. It's a facade. My bigger point is this. Well, all I'm saying is this, Mr. KD. The people that's at the upper echelon saying that there's no reason that I'm about to send JSN, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Amar Chase, whomever, name just write off the names. And I'm about to send $250 million worth of investments over there to play flag football. And I don't think you and Mr. Amari know this, but there used to be games that go on during the Pro Bowl events, and he used to have like this 40-yard dash on the beach and all this. And then the dude blew his Achilles on the beach. Right then, they changed the whole sport. That's why you don't see the throwing competition and all the things that used to happen. Like you go to YouTube and you look it up, you'll see Drew Bledsoe and all of them in like 2000, 2001, Chad Johnson, all of them because the risk wasn't there. But once they seen somebody get injured, they cut it off. Ain't no more need for that.
The reward of a gold medal will outweigh.
Personal. That's personal. That's personal. But like I know, gold medals don't pay bills.
They can if you sell it. And you get royalties for being an Olympian.
I think it's really the to hoist a gold medal is just as a competitor.
That's a national thing. That's not a.
That's
not even global thing.
And that's what I'm saying, Mr. KD and Mr. Amari. I'm saying as a competitor, like I said, I played ball. Mr. KD played ball. You played college football. we all play sports. So the competitor in us says, let's go get it. But I'm saying the people that sign in the chat saying, cause tell me, Mr. KD, when you seen Joe Burrow take that little hit, you ain't tense up a little bit.
Because I
Just as
seen
a fan. As a fan.
I ain't tense up.
You seen him take worse than pads.
No, the only reason I'm gonna be honest with you, the only reason I ain't tense up is because I saw it late. So if something would have happened from it, I would have been knew about it. If he would have got hurt or something, I would have been knew about it. But by the time I saw it, it was just like, what the heck? But yeah. Now if I was watching live, maybe I would have a different reaction.
But speaking of that flag football games, Mr. OBJ, he has been getting a lot of interest from a lot of teams in the NFL. Do you believe? You said what, Mr. KD?
Did you say he's getting interest from a lot of teams? Is that what you just?
A lot of teams.
Okay.
Yeah, he began. Yeah, that's the reports. I'm not his agent. I'm just going off the reports. Least report to be exact. But long story short, my point is this: do y'all think that he would be on the roster week 1? I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari.
No,
a lot of teams, Amari.
I don't think Odell will be on the roster week 1. KD?
No. Like I said, I'm not to keep it positive as I can. Like I said last segment, it's two different sports. Let's not try to compare them. Two different sports.
And I'm gonna say what's crazy is not that. I believe that somebody gonna call him, somebody gonna sign him, somebody gonna reach out to him. I don't think he make it past training camp. That's my no. My no is look good now, but when we put these pads on, I don't think he's gonna get through training camp. That's why I say no. Also,
his better route would be kind of like what he did with the Rams, where during the season, somebody gets hurt, somebody goes down, we dial you up, and that's when we get you. But if we're talking about signing him with the intent for a whole season, that's just not good business. He's still talented though.
Yeah, I still think he could add something in some type of veteran leadership role. He come in just to open up the middle because he can attack the middle of the field. He's still a good route runner.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm not saying he'll be a deep target, but I'm just saying he can attack the middle of the field.
The middle of the field, dangerous, man. He got to be able to.
Odell's definitely more of a slot now than an outside receiver.
I'm opposite. I think he's more of a down there in the red zone guy now.
I mean, I believe so, but he's a slot guy.
We're asking if he's gonna be on the team or not this year. That might be a different answer, but starting the season, nah.
I think he might be on the roster this season, but week 1, I don't think so. But with that being said, we're gonna get to the last topic of this conversation. The best draft class in the last 10 years and why. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Amari.
I would definitely take the 2018 draft class, bringing in the likes of Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold. That's just the first round level of talent with the quarterbacks. Then you look even deeper in the draft, you have talent such as Mark Andrews, and I'll let this guy slip my mind already. 18 draft class. KD.
I'm going 2017 because you got that when you started naming quarterback. I was worried because you started with Baker, so I was like, where he going from here? But I see he was doing the order. But
well, I would say Baker. It would have been Baker, Sam Darnold. Yeah, Baker, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, or Baker, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold.
Stop.
Hey! If I'm going in order, I'm gonna give everybody an order.
No. Josh Rosen doesn't make the cut. But no, 2017, I got Patrick Mahomes, who's probably still the best quarterback in the league. Christian McCaffrey, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Budda Baker, Trey Hendrickson, George Kittle, David Njoku, Deion Dawkins, just to throw a bill in there. I think 2017 was loaded. I think when they named them top 4, I was sold already. You said C-Mac, TJ, Miles, and Mahomes. I was sold. But then I had 2020 because, of course, I want to find a way to put Joe Burrow in there. And then in 2020, you got Joe, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jordan Love, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Hurts, T. Higgins. So, yeah.
All right. In 2018, I forgot. I'm gonna list some more names. You got Quentin Nelson, Denzel Ward, Saquon. I don't even know why I missed Saquon. Minka, Derwin James, Jair, Frank Ragnow. I already said Lamar, of course. But yeah,
We'll stick with
I think
17.
yeah,
I got
that's just the
Mahomes.
first round.
No, I got Mahomes. It's probably the best quarterback in the league. I
Yeah,
got Christian McCaffrey, probably the best running back in the league. I got Myles Garrett, probably the best defensive player in the league. I feel good about where I stand with 2017.
yeah, I do think you hit very. I can say you hit hard with that one.
If I had a receiver, a crazy receiver, I would have won the whole thing.
I
Yeah,
can't say with this one I got Fred Warner. That was the guy that I was looking for. I got Fred Warner and Roquan.
I got
yeah.
George
I
Kittle.
think we're gonna do a deep dive into this. I think this is gonna be a future topic on a future podcast because I see it. Both of y'all got great arguments. But with that being said, we're gonna get to March Madness. So, Mr. KD, this kind of man you talking, just me and you. Nobody else is listening. I want
Oh,
to
man.
just know,
Oh, man.
what do you think can be a North Carolina coach option? Like, what you think? Option and prediction. So, like, you give me a prediction of who you think will be the coach, and then the option of who you think should be a coach. Because I got my prediction. I don't really got no options, but I got a prediction. But it's on you, Mr. KD.
Am I speaking from a Duke fan or am I speaking from
You speaking as a sports pundit.
to put Duke aside?
Yeah. Don't try to
I'm
give us
putting
the
Duke
Google the
aside.
Pope title.
I'm texting.
You got to root for the best for them.
Yeah, don't try to. Yeah,
I
you
can't
gonna
do
get
that.
a Heisman
I can't
coach
do
that
that.
lost 72 games straight.
Hey, Amari, you worded that wrong. I can't do that. That ain't in my blood cycle. I can. See, you should have said that. You done threw me off. I can't. I can't root for what's best for 'em. I'm thinking they need to sign Doc Rivers at this point because you done threw me for a loop. Uh, man, all right. I'm gonna stick with my notes. Be professional. Be professional. I've sent this to my North Carolina friends that I have, and I have too many. But I think the knock it out the park higher is you got to go down to Arkansas and see how committed is Calipari to the Razorbacks. Because if the Tar Heels can get John Calipari, that can shift the whole college basketball realm. And I think you're gonna have to pay for that, of course, because he got a hefty contract at Arkansas, and you're gonna have to pay that off and pay him to come to UNC. But Tar Heels got the money. If they really want to go make that move, and if that move is available for them, that's the move to make. Now, with that being so hard to get to, the name I'm hearing is Billy Donovan. I think Billy Donovan will be a good fit as well. Not to the level of John Calipari, of course, but Billy Donovan will be a good fallback option. But I say if I'm the Tar Heels, you got to go hard for John Calipari.
Mr. KD, it's crazy because I said on I think the last pod, maybe the pod before that, I'm almost right there step for step with you. So just for clarification, I am a North Carolina fan, and Florida Gators is my second team. And Billy Donovan got them to back-to-back championship with Joakim Noah, Al Horford, and the crew. So with that being said, you gave both of my two. What to happen is go to Arkansas. You talking about you got to pay for the contract. It's North Carolina. I ain't worried about the money. That's a non-issue. We're going to pay for your contract, pay for you and your wife and your mistress and your side chick. We got all of that covered. We got that. But if we can't get Calipari, Billy Donovan, and after that, Mr. KD, I really don't know where we can go at. If we don't
I
get
know he
those
can
two,
go, but it's all about him. And I don't think he likes the way the NIL and the transfer portal is right now. So I think he's comfortable being retired. But I like Jay Wright too.
nah, Jay Wright ain't coming back. Nah. He
He
did
ain't
this.
coming back.
He did what he did in Villanova.
He ain't coming back.
I ain't even gonna lie, he got one of the toughest 2 games in the game. But like he did what he did in Villanova. Like he put his bid in like Calhoun with UConn. No man out the game. So I ain't even really looking at them. But with that being said, I'm right there with you step for step. Billy Donovan or Calipari. That's kind of how I look at it. But I gotta ask you.
You gotta sell the house to Calipari if you can. Like that's
Yeah. Whatever we got to do. Whatever we got to do. Because this is the thing. We know he gonna recruit.
What? That's all. That's his. That's what he do.
That's
what I do.
That's without question.
Calipari, he was on ESPN one time. He said, "Man, once I sit down on the couch and I look at the mother and the father or whatever, I already know I got the player. I'm just talking to the mother at this point." He said, "This is just conversation. I already got the player." Calipari, if you're talking about recruiting, that's what he does.
Top 5.
He brings
top 5.
And top 5, man. Even top 1.
I say top 5. I gotta respect everybody else, and I don't even really know who's 4 above him or if he in the top 5. But I just gotta respect everybody, so I gotta say top 5.
The number 1 high school player in the world coming to Arkansas next year.
I know that. But Mr. KD, I just can't diminish everybody else because I don't know of my ignorance. So I gotta give
you he top 1. He got the top player coming to Arkansas. Come on,
I'm gonna say top 5 because I just don't know. I just don't know. He may be, and I'm kind of
top high school player. Are you going to Arkansas?
Yeah.
I'm saying even if John Calipari not there, is Arkansas even on your radar?
Nah, they was. I think they had Don Chain. They had 40 Minutes of Hell, and I think that when they got what's the dude, Joe Johnson and all them.
And that was what? You know, Joe Johnson is a retired NBA player right now.
Yeah, pressure to the wheels fall off. That 40 Minutes of Hell. They ran a full court press all game long.
You know, Joe Johnson's on nightcap right now. He's a retired NBA player. So how long ago was this?
So with that being said, Mr. KD. I ain't saying you're wrong. That's why I say I agree with you. With that being said, something you did get wrong, because you know this podcast, even when we're wrong, we're right. But sometimes we're wrong. And I think you was wrong about this. Duke doesn't make the Final Four. Any other picks in the tournament that you had? Because we didn't go through the whole bracket. So we know we got Duke wrong. We're going to talk about that in a second. But any other picks that you kind of thought they were going to get further than they got, but they didn't. It's on you, Mr. KD.
Yeah, I thought the Tar Heels was going to get further than the first round. I definitely.
Hold on, Mr. KD. You don't just start there with the Tar Heels. Just shoot.
You led me perfect. Like you just walked it down. You walked it right to me. Yeah, the Tar Heels I thought was going to get past the first round, but VCU had different plans. I thought UVA was going to get further. I believed in them to win that bracket because I believe they had the easiest bracket. But Tennessee ruined that, and then Illinois put out Tennessee. So I don't remember. I've been looking for the footage. I don't remember my Final Four. I'm sure Arizona was in there. I want to say UConn was in there. So if you remember it, if you got a document, please help me. But I just know I had Arizona and Duke and Virginia. I can't remember who my fourth one was. Well, it was UConn, right? Because if we're looking at the brackets, yeah, it couldn't have been UConn because UConn and Duke was in the same bracket. Never mind. Yeah, Mark, did you have the Tar Heels going further than the first round?
I mean, I would think they would go further than the first round. They're supposed to be.
No.
They
They
might
might not
be
be
considered a blue blood in basketball.
Depending on who they hire next, they might not be a blue blood no more.
But I mean, the one team that I did pick who was my winner also is still in there.
Oh, you gonna throw that out there, huh? Everybody picked Arizona, not to win.
Hey, that's not my problem. If I made a bracket and I picked Arizona, it sounds like I'm a winner, right?
Hey, sound like it. I want to say I picked Michigan too, IT. I feel like I picked Michigan too.
That sound right. Sound right. Don't
I
mean it's
couldn't
good,
find
but
the
right.
episode. But I'm pretty sure I still got 2 of the 4. Nobody picked Illinois, so
The Fighting Illini. No, nobody did.
nobody picked Illinois. So I ain't even worried about that. So pretty surely you got Arizona still pulling it out, right?
Yep. That's all I got. That's all I got. Even though Arizona been beating everybody by 20, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Arizona been sweet.
I mean, Arizona been beating people by 20, and UConn been doing the same thing.
Nah, UConn has, well, of course, the one against us, but UConn has some close ones. Arizona been running through everybody, but the way everybody picking Arizona like hands down, that's what's making me think UConn. Because it's
You just
proof
like to
of
bet
the
against.
UConn
You just like to bet
game.
against the house. That's what it is.
I'm a bad gambler. I was gonna say just a gambler. No, I'm a bad gambler. I'm a bad gambler. I'm not right when I put my money on the line, but I'll keep betting against it. But in March Madness, it's evident every year. We just got to keep the game close. If you keep it close, anything can happen. And the problem is, can't nobody keep it close with Arizona.
I heard both of y'all. So you got Arizona winning it all? I know Mr. Mari does, but I'm talking to you, Mr. KD.
No, I'm going with UConn just because everybody else picking.
You say you're going UConn?
Yeah.
All right, man. I make my final pick, and this is going to be hard for me because 2 of my top 4 teams, Michigan and Arizona, they play each other. So I wish there was a national championship game versus a Final Four game. And with that being said, I'm going Michigan. Michigan going to beat Arizona, and then Michigan going to beat UConn. So that's how I'm looking at it. UConn legacy. I ain't even going to lie to you. They looking like basketball youth. If they win this championship, that'll be 6 championships for the men since the 2000s. Not all time, just since the 2000s. And then we ain't gonna talk about what Gino doing with the females, with the women. The thoughts is on you, Mr. KD.
What UConn is doing is dominating, man. And Gino been doing it's just and the crazy thing is Gino could have consistently done this, and we wouldn't have this topic brought up until the males coach raised the bar. Gino is holding the trophy, holding the record book. He has 12 championships, the most as a college coach. But Dan Hurley has made us pay attention to UConn's basketball program because he's won 2 out of the last 3 and pushing for 3 out of the last 4. So UConn is just, if you talk about the pillar of where basketball is right now in the college realm, UConn is that. And it's really carried by Gino, but Dan Hurley is climbing the ladder quickly.
But this is the thing, though. What they're doing in UConn, males and females, it's unprecedented. Like, not only did they beat Duke, like, we got to talk about that. Like, it was like 0.3 on the clock. Man, hit the deepest 3. I think they said this is the deepest game winner in NCAA tournament history. Like, all the things. Like, they checking off all the boxes, not just winning, but they winning dramatically. They winning males. They winning females. They winning with the best class in the nation. They winning with not so great players. They winning with players that they send into the league. They are the blueprint.
I kind of feel like that shot was a little unnecessary, but I don't know if it's just me.
It wasn't a shot at Duke. It was just a praise of UConn.
Right.
You just happen to be on the end of the shot.
Right.
That ain't my fault.
Right.
But even with that being said,
here we go.
We had the last podcast. We was talking about in-game adjustments.
Never mind. I was wrong, Amari. I had Houston. My bad. I was wrong.
We were talking about in-game adjustments.
Matter of fact, I'm done talking about this. Y'all won. I ain't even have Arizona. I had Duke, UVA, Houston, and Purdue. Yep, y'all got it.
Oh, you ain't got
Oh,
no.
all teams that got dog
Yeah.
walked.
Y'all got it.
But hey, Mr. KD, what's the name of the episode? Even when I'm wrong.
I'm right. Because I
And
could have been
sometimes.
right.
But but my only point was it ain't about Duke. Like we were talking about end game adjustments. Like when we talked about who could be a coach, we know we can't get the coach from UConn. We can't get Hurley. Like that's off limits.
I
But
can't say
you
you can't,
could.
man. North Carolina is still. I said this to my coworker. North Carolina is a that's just like an NBA job. Like it's certain teams that if they're available, that position is held, man. You can get who you want. You just gonna have to pay.
That's part of this topic. Mario Chalmers, and I'm real curious to see what you got to say about this, Mr. KD, and you, Mr. Amari. I want both of y'all input. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari, first. He said it's easier to win the finals or a championship in the NBA than it is to win the NCAA tournament. And he specifically went to the one and done type of tournament that it is. Meaning, once you lose, you out. Even if you're the better team, there's no coming back for game two. There's no adjustment. There's none of that. So what you think about that, Mr. Amari?
I definitely agree. I feel like with also the uncertainty that college basketball is, we see players that are not the stars of their team making the game-winning shots all the time. So with that level of uncertainty and like you said, with no playback, because once you lose one game, it's one and done. You're going home. Uh, it's kind of cutthroat when there comes mistakes and certain decisions. Because if you mess up, you're costing the team a chance at cementing themselves in history. So there's no type of leeway for slack or mental errors or mistakes. So yeah, I do think it would be a lot easier to win the finals, being that you do have a chance to play 7 games, whereas you oppose in the NCAA tournament, you only get one, and it's one to go home.
Yeah, I'm with him. Yeah, I'm with him. And I'm with you. Like you said, whenever it's one and done, and that's why we wait NFL heavier. Like one and done means I just have to be better than you today, and that brings a certain level of seriousness. That brings a certain level of focus. That brings a certain level of discipline. And yeah, when all I got to do is win one, it's a lot easier. But it still holds weight because you're running against so many different rounds. Like in the NBA championship, I only got 4 rounds. In the NCAA tournament, I'm going through, a little depending on where you are, but I'm going through the conference championship, going through that first round that North Carolina couldn't make it out of, and then I'm going to the 32,
See, I
16,
see Shaq said
8,
this
4.
unnecessary. I ain't okay.
Because it's 64 when it start, but y'all couldn't make the 32, so.
See, Mr. Amari, I ain't said nothing about Duke. That was all. That was all.
UConn shot.
I ain't
I'm
saying
just
nothing
sipping my
about.
tea,
I
man.
ain't talking
I'm just
about.
sipping my tea.
I think it was
I ain't got
upset,
nothing to do with that.
and they was winning in the finals. Boone got a black eye, leave the game. He can't. I mean, I ain't saying nothing about that, but
we was down the same amount of points North Carolina was to VCU.
yeah, and you lost the same way.
No. We lost to UConn.
Y'all
lost to VCU.
Y'all lost in a dramatic way.
No, yours was dramatic. It was a butt whooping.
Nah, they came back. They came back and beat us.
Historic
But this
upset.
had nothing to do with North Carolina.
So question: what did VCU? Is VCU in the Final Four?
Nah, but this goes to the point of the
Is
question.
UConn in the Final Four?
But
Has VCU
nah,
ever
this
been
goes
in
to
the
the
Final
point of the
Four?
question, though, Mr. KD. Real spill. I was surprised you said that. I really thought you were gonna be like the NBA is tougher. It's a harder league. I thought you was going there. That's why I really thought you was going. That's why I started with them.
No. Let me redo this because I didn't know what you said. What was tougher? I thought you said
Not tough, like to win the championship. Like what's more difficult? Like
NBA.
see. Okay, so what you thought the question was?
No, I thought you were saying what is more accomplishing, because that one game, that means you expecting both teams to be at their best, and maybe I'm just better than you today. But if you say it was harder, was tougher, oh, of course, NBA championship.
Yeah, and I thought you were gonna go there because
I gotta
the
beat
players
you
are
4 out of
better.
7.
You said what,
That-
sir?
I have to beat you best out of 7. So that means even if you have a bad night or I have a great night, I still got to do it again. So yeah,
But that's why I think that the NCAA is more difficult because I don't have to be better than you quasi as a team to beat you. Meaning I can be better than you that day. Man, you was talking about 2 parts ago, and I said that North Carolina is equal to you. You were like, not equal, y'all just beat us. But my point is, if we played in the NCAA tournament and we beat you, you out and we advance. Even though we may not be a better team. But when it comes to the NBA, typically in 7 games, the better team wins. That's typically
always
outside
like
of
if I
injury.
beat you 4 out of 7, oh, I'm the better team.
Outside of injury, that's my point. So that's what I'm saying. In the NCAA tournament, a lot of times the best team doesn't win. That's what makes it more difficult because you can be the best team and still not be a champion.
No, I won't say a lot of that. No, I won't say a lot of. I'm just saying you're more susceptible to upsets.
And then this is another thing. I'm gonna go to you, Mr. Amari, before we get to the next topic. I'm gonna go to you. When you talking about, because you played college sports, we talking about 18 to 21-year-olds, Mr. Amari. We talking about all the emotions that you're going through, all the things you're going through on campus, all the distractions. How difficult is it for you to hone in on one game, knowing that I win this game, I advance. If I don't, I lose? What you think about that, Mr. Amari?
It's honestly not that hard.
I was about to say,
you look at the schedule every week, and it's one game at a time.
They stopped going to class in February, Amari.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's not that hard. I mean, you necessarily don't have any other distractions, and like I said, it's one game at a time.
I only said that because, Mr. KD, we got people, i.e. LeBron James, that's of a certain age with their son playing with them. So you talking about you got like 35-year-old grown men playing in the NBA Finals, and then you got 19-year-old like Boozer. He probably like 19, 18. I don't know exactly his age, but he can't be over 20. Like the maturity level. So like just to be prepared for a game is different when you're 20 and when you're 35.
The mental preparedness, that ultimately comes down to the athlete, but it also comes down as much on the coach as it does anybody else, because you should have been preparing them for this moment or for these games. I mean, of course, being given a scholarship to go to one of these illustrious programs and knowing that you have the chance to go to the March Madness tournament or even make it as far as the Final Four, you need to conduct yourself as if you've been there before. And it's not more of a, like you said, mental preparedness is more of, if you know you came to UNC or Duke and you made it to the Final Four, you need to show the world that you could be just as professional off the court as you can be on the court. Just because it's more appealing to the eye, especially going forward for the further advancement of your career.
2 things I take from that is, one, when you say the maturity level, I'm going to say the maturity level would be weighed heavier if I expect or are relying on this younger person to balance a lot of things at once. In the college realm, when you're that level of athlete at that program, they kind of make it simple for you around March Madness. I just need you to focus on this game, do everything you need to do for this game, win this game. So I don't think the maturity level is weighed into that too heavily, because the organization and the program is pushing you and directing you right to where all you need to focus on. We don't need you to multitask. Just focus on this and we'll be good. But the second part is kind of, and I'm with Amari what he said, but the second part is in the NBA, so to say, they have to weigh so much more in their minds as far as I need to make sure this person's straight. I need to make sure this is straight. I need to make sure this is straight. So they have to balance so much more without the program just directly catering to them. So therefore, it might be a little tougher of a task, especially when you got to do it Tuesday and then you got to come back do it Thursday, then you got to do it maybe Sunday and continue this series on when you're going against a whole other caliber of team that's going through the same things. But in the NCAA March Madness, and that's what makes it March Madness and makes it so beautiful. I just have to key in on this game right here. We'll worry about the next game when we get there because it's not promised. If we can focus game by game, we have a much better shot. And that's why teams like VCU can knock off blue blood like North Carolina in the first round.
See, that's
He gonna drop that in there each time.
You see what I'm saying? But with that being said, I got Michigan, and I think Mr. Amari got Arizona. Who you got for
Michigan winning the whole thing?
Yeah, and who you got winning the whole thing?
I'm gonna be clear. I want to say Arizona, but I won't because everybody else picking Arizona, so I'm going UConn.
You going UConn. So we got UConn, Michigan, Arizona on the pot. I think we covered the bases. But also, this is the last thing I got to say. This is why they say the college game.
Shout out Illinois.
This is why they say the college game is a coach's game. To all the points y'all just made, like this is a coach's game. Like the college game is a coach's game.
Not to be too long on it, but that's why guys like Tom Izzo, Rick Pitino, John Calipari, that's why these guys keep ending up in these rounds, is because, man, that's another topic we got to bring up later too. The value of the upperclassmen. We got to talk about that in another pod. Because that's why we lost. We lost because we had all freshmen on the court. That's why we lost. I believe.
But with that being said, I'm going straight to you, Mr. Amari. I see your background. Now, I mean, I just lean back, let the people see it. I see your background. So what we going at is our top 5 WrestleMania moments. Rank them and why. I'm starting with you, Mr. Amari. Then I'm going to Mr. KD, and now I finish at the end.
Well, I think you actually gonna like my number 1 spot with this one. I got Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. I personally
like that. I like that
know.
too.
I said y'all gonna like that.
Oh, I was about to say.
Said y'all gonna like that. It's y'all 2 favorites going against each other. That's my number 1. I watched that match and I was hurt when Shawn Michaels' career came to an end.
Pick which year? Oh, you picked 2010. Okay.
Yeah. You know, I had that one broke my heart. I remember that every time. Then I got The Rock versus Hollywood Hogan. I just felt like the build up in
Icon versus Legend, I think, when it was building it up. Icon versus Legend.
Yeah. I said the build up for that match was kind of crazy. The Hardys returned at WrestleMania 23 just because I ain't seen the Hardys in forever, so it was like, whoa.
That's the loudest.
Yeah, it was a loud pop. Ray winning his title and dedicating it to Eddie. And my last, I don't know, because
you got 2 more, don't you? Or you got 1 more? You only got 1?
I got 1 more. Mike Tyson putting Stone Cold over Shawn Michaels and turning on DX.
There's one I'm surprised you didn't say because I thought we'd all have this one.
I have one, and I honestly kind of hope you say it.
I'm gonna go in order like you did. First off, it's the only one we agree on. HBK over Taker was my number 1. And I put 09 and 2010, but I know that's kind of cheating. So I'll go to 2010 because that was the run back. So we reached a plateau, and we had to go there again the following year. When I put my career on the line, HBK versus Undertaker was the number 1. Number 2 is the one I thought you would pick, and you didn't, because I feel like this got to be on every list. Brock Lesnar ending the streak. Like, Brock Lesnar ended.
That's what it was. It was between that and Mike Tyson.
It has to be on the list. That gotta be on the list. Brock Lesnar ended the streak in 2014 was number 2. Number 3 is the TLC match, the Dudleys
The
versus
Dudleys, the
Hardys
Hardys.
versus Edge and Christian. The highlights we got from that match was crazy. I'm talking about Edge spearing Jeff Hardy off
From
the ladder.
the ladder.
Yeah, that we will think about that match forever. Or personally, I will. And then to go back to my bias, HBK and Bret Hart in '96. Bret Hart winning the championship for the first time. The boy who drank that the whole narrative behind it. Everybody, the announcers, that was a moment. So I put that at 4. And at 5, I got Rock versus Austin. When Vince McMahon helped Austin win. That was big for me because I was like, these are rivals. Austin and Vince hate each other. And they swerved me on that one. So, yeah, but that's my 5.
All right, so I got an honorable mention.
I see about to go to Andre the Giant and Hogan.
Yeah, you already know where I'm going
Yeah, I
at.
already know. I know.
But I'm gonna keep that to all right. So Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. I think it was WrestleMania 10. One of the greatest matches ever. We're going 5. The Ric Flair retirement match. I'm sorry, I love.
I'm sorry, I love you.
Shawn Michaels, baby.
Sorry, I love. And I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. I think your boy about to appear like 3-4 times on this list.
Oh, I'm glad you said it because I was waiting for y'all to all go. Then I was
Shawn
gonna
Michaels is
WrestleMania
in the top. He's in at least 6 of the top 10 WrestleMania moments all time.
He's Mr. WrestleMania for a reason. But go ahead.
And I'm glad you combined yours, so I could combine mine with the Undertaker and the Shawn Michaels feud. We can do that. We can combine that.
We saying both years, 09 and 010?
Yeah, we can combine that. Then, what you just spoke about, we got to go to because we had the great debate about this. This is when wrestling went global. When he picked up Andre the Giant. I think it's 1988. Don't quote me on the year. The last one, it got to be when the boy shed a tear. I had to shed a tear.
He ended your boy's streak.
Yeah, you already know what happened. You already know. You already know. That's my 5.
Oh, we got some honorable mentions out there, man. Because Triple H versus Undertaker should have made an honorable mention. Well, no, Amari said the Hardys return. That was 1.
Nah, the Hardys return, like you said when he said it, that might be the loudest pop.
Yeah.
And man, boy, when they came out, stop playing.
I remember when they said that there was a special guest appearance coming in.
Everybody thought they knew they was about to put themselves in the match.
Yeah, because they came out and announced it. I raced home from it, and it was like, you think we got a guest appearance?
Then they
and
did
then
a
you
little
hear that pop, and
man.
it was just like I reverted back to that kid, seeing them all over again. It's like hearing that music, and I was like, oh man, this is crazy. Like I would have never thought I would see them back in the WWE.
We gotta address the elephant in the room. How you not put Brock in there?
Me?
Yes, sir.
I don't like Brock.
Oh dang! I'm glad that came out.
That's personal.
I'm glad that came out. Hey, let's get that out the way.
I respect Brock for who he is in the WWE and his pinnacle at that. But same way I don't like Gunther. I don't like Brock.
Where that stem from?
Same reason. Hey, he ended to take a streak. I don't like Brock.
Man, that's a monumental moment though, because I never.
Hey, it is.
Never thought that streak would end. But we all got my boy HBK in there, so I'm cool with
hey, Mr. KD, the streak should have never ended though. Like,
well, if you know the background behind it,
in wrestling, I know you're supposed to leave on your back, all that.
But he didn't leave. He had multiple WrestleMania after that.
And the streak didn't have to end. Like there was no reason. Like he should have. And I
They
say
were
that.
not going to let that man walk away from the WWE with an
They
undefeated
say
record at
Vince made that
WrestleMania.
decision the day of. Like up
Yeah,
until that day,
yeah.
Undertaker was supposed to win.
And Undertaker went with it. He was like, "That what you want? All right."
He's a true.
Woo.
He's a guy. He's a true legend in his craft.
I ain't gonna lie. If you talk about who is about the business, Undertaker is number one in all charts. Like he is about the business. Like that's what he is indebted to. That's why he's inducted in the Hall of Famers now. Yeah, that's who he is. Wrestling is who he is. Professional wrestling is who he is. But yeah, that end in the streak jump, that was crazy, man.
But I don't know if one of y'all mentioned it, but this was my only honorable mention. What was it? Money in the Bank with Seth F.M. Rollins.
He
Show
lost
why
in the beginning, and then he came back and cashed in. Yeah,
he
I
cashed
thought
in.
about it.
That was the moment. That was a moment. It wasn't necessarily a match, but
Like, bro,
that's
what
why
are
I
you
put it
doing?
as
It was
because
definitely one of the moments. It's like, what are you doing?
that was a moment. Like he showed what
Amari named a good one that I thought about too when he was like the Rey Mysterio jump. That was big. But I thought about the Chris Benoit. I know most of the people don't want to say his name, but his was big. There was one more that don't. Yeah, I thought about those two moments too. The Rey Mysterio moment was one that almost made it. But I feel better about my pick when your list left out Brock. I don't see how your personal vendetta just took over the magnitude of that moment.
Oh, you talking about me?
I was about
Me.
Amari
Oh,
leaving Brock over Taker. Like that was a moment. Oh, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle versus Brock.
The Rock?
No, it was Brock.
Brock. You talking
Yeah, it was
about
Brock.
his
That
first
match.
title?
Yeah, that match. Yeah.
This our top moments for WrestleMania. Any
So how
moments?
none of
These all honorable mentions.
man.
You say what, Mr. Amari? I'm Mr. KD.
Go ahead, finish. My fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you about to say? I was just asking for any
I'm about to say
take.
out of three avid wrestling fans in probably 3 different generations, none of us put up there Cody Rhodes finishing the story, huh?
That was cute.
And I'm right there with you.
That was cute.
It was nice.
Like if we say top 10, he'll make it in. So on other NBA news with Mr. KD. So we got to answer this question about Kobe and his 81. So the comment for the question was they didn't need the seeding. So they were saying that y'all Kobe Bryant sexuals, whatever word they use, all this type of terminology.
In other words, how you was coming for Bam last time saying that he was just trying to gun for the record. Kobe didn't need that. He just did it on his own. He just did it just cause.
All right. So you might be with the comments. Okay. It's on you.
No. I was just explaining. I was getting to the point. That's what he said. He was saying that the Lakers didn't need that. They didn't need that game to help seeding, and Kobe didn't need to score 81 points. So why did he do it? And why is everybody mad at Bam for doing it when Kobe did the same thing?
As you can hear and see right now, I haven't read the comment they did, so they're a little more specific in their take. But from what I took from it, yeah, you're right. Kobe didn't need that. The Lakers didn't need that at that point in the season as far as monumental value. But when I said the Miami's perspective is, I'm saying they didn't need it as far as that game was just one game for them. They still had so much more to dig out the hole. So, like I said, I've come to the reality that I'm not going to keep discrediting Bam's performance because it is what it is. 83, I don't care what you do, how you get it. That's an accomplishment. That's a feat that is recognizable and rewardable and astonishing. But
Ms. Katie, I got to ask you this question. I just got to ask you this question. They saying he ain't needed, but it was 49-63 with the Lakers down at halftime. How much don't you not need this 80? What you don't need if you already down like this coming into halftime? Are you not saying all guns are blazing in the second half? As a coach, do you not say this is our time to attack them and win? I'm just thinking, but it's on you, Mr. KD.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to dig into that, but the if we specify the game, they needed that performance because he scored 81 and the game was close for the majority of that game. He only started pulling away towards the late end of that fourth quarter. So he needed every basket that was required in this Miami Heat game. They could have been sat Bam out of Bayou and
No,
comfortably.
hold on, Miss Katie. This don't have too much to do with Bam. This have everything to do with Kobe, because the comment was posted about Kobe not needing to. Basically, he was saying that Kobe could have took his foot off the gas, and my whole thing was why when I needed all of this, we was
Not
down.
even why, it was how.
But
I
go
was
ahead,
fighting back.
Miss Katie.
I was fighting back. Like, how can I take my foot off the gas? It ain't like I was coasting. I was keeping my like the Raptors held that thing close. But I thought, see, that's why, like I said, I didn't read the comment. I thought it was just off the fact of the magnitude of the one game. I didn't know they was diving into the actual reality of that game. That Kobe performance was needed for them to leave. They would win. That Bam performance wasn't necessary. We could have been sat Bam down, but I'm not saying you should have. They did the right thing. But yeah, Kobe's was a little more required, opposed to a accessory. It was necessity versus accessory. But Bam, 83 points. Shout out to you.
I'm gonna go to Mr. Amari about this. January 22nd. If you fighting for a playoff seed in January, do your star player need to play and to dominate as much as possible, or as a coach, do you need to pull them back? What you think about that, Mr. Amari?
I would hope my star player himself would want to dominate that game as much as I would want him to.
Right there with you, especially as we was losing. Like I said, I don't think it was till the fourth quarter where the Lakers actually took advantage of the Raptors, and then I think he scored like 17 straight points. So now I scored 17 straight points. Now you want me to go sit on the bench? I'm just getting that. I'm just starting. And you and I know, and I'm going to you, Mr. KD, if I get to the next topic. This is the moment mentality. I'm just getting hot. You think he about to sit down? He sat down multiple times. We had 60 points in 3 quarters, and it was leading throughout the season. So I scored a lot. We leading. I can sit down. But we was losing the whole time. Now I get hot. Now you want me to sit down? How would you feel about that as a coach and a competitor, Mr. KD?
That's the point I was making. Like his production was required for them to be close. And then eventually, later in that fourth quarter, they ran away with it. But leading to the fourth quarter, that was still a competitive game that they had to still go get. And that's the difference between the two performances.
So somebody who just came back, and they coming back with a vengeance, and we talking about Kobe. PG-13 looking like playoff P. That's what he called himself. Dropped 39, doing everything. How much do you think this would impact Philly? I want to say positively going into the playoff. Excuse me, going into the playoffs.
Congratulations for PG-13 fighting back from the injury and getting back on the court and being available. It doesn't move the needle for the 76ers at all, for me personally.
Welcome back, PG, and shout out to having a good game once you came back.
This is also another response, and now we responded to Wembyama. He spoke about defense, like offense is half the game, defense is half the game. Do you really think when we look at players, we rank them, or when we vote for them as 50% defense, 50% offense? What you think about that in his comments about defense is half the game?
No, we are not in the evaluation of defense is half the game anymore. It's probably 70-30, which is disgusting, but truthful. We weigh more who can put the ball in the basket
Yeah.
than who can prevent the ball going in the basket. But to not stay on this topic long, but to segue to the bigger point of what he said and who said it, Wembanyama is the person that is probably going to change that. He is in control of the narrative as far as moving forward, and his standpoint on things might be the future perspective of things because of what he's going to be able to do. But as of right now, no, we don't win a game 50-50 on both sides of the ball. But Wemby, with his stance, he has the position and the opportunity to change that. And let's see where it goes. Wemby is 50-50 for sure.
So, Mr. KD, literally, when I examine players, I kind of go by the 70-30 rule also. Like somebody, and just to use an example, Kawhi Leonard. I look at his defense, and I look at that as like a 30% of the totality of the player that I'm looking at. So, for instance, Rudy Gobert, he may be a great defensive player. Let's just say that. 'Cause I think he got like 3 defensive player of the year. I don't think he deserved all of them, but let's say he got 3. I don't look at him as a great player though, and I don't look at him as a Hall of Famer. I know he's going to get into the Hall of Fame due to just him having defense awards. The bigger point of what I'm saying is, yeah, it's not 50-50 because this is the biggest point. You can play great defense and great offense will beat great defense. Meaning, if you in my mug and I shoot it over top of you, even with a hand, and you defend me perfectly, and I still make it, it's still 2 points. No matter how great your defense is, if I complete the process as an offensive player, I did my job, whether your defense is good or not.
Yeah, it's not 50-50 anymore. We want to see who can score.
But you said that now. I think it was never 50-50. I don't never think that basketball is 50-50 offense defense. I think you preach that as a coach, but in reality, if a dude, think about it, Wemby get 4 blocks a game, but it's 60 shots in the game. So you block 4 and 56 other shots came to the rim or got shot, whatever the case may be. You can't affect all of these shots. So offense will always dominate over defense. That's even in the NFL spirit. And I wanted Mari to say what he got to say about this. Do defense hold the same reverence as offense in NFL, or what you think about that, Mr. Mari?
I don't really think that correlates the same.
Nah, what I'm saying is like for instance, the Baltimore Ravens, there was defense led, but they didn't have a good offense. So there was like 70-30, more defense than offense. But what I'm saying is, when you pick them up against a great offensive team, will that defense, even though it's still great, will that be null and void? Because I still can score 24 on you. Even though I score 24 at a slower pace, I'm still scoring 24 and you can't get to 20. So that's basically what I'm asking you.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, yeah, I do agree. I think if you have a over proportionate team, like you said, like whereas your defense weighs heavier than your offense, you can definitely stop. Like you can keep the game low scoring, but if you can't put up points to counteract the scoring that has been put up, you're still gonna win. You're still gonna lose the game.
So with that being said, speaking of a straight score, man, you had a little debate about this, Mr. KD. MVP race podcast is up. Please check that out. You said that his temperament will not get in the way of the Lakers' pursuit of a championship. But as we sit right now, he done got a 16th tech and he got suspended for a game. And they get any more techs, it's gonna come with suspensions. The person we talking about is Luka Doncic. What's your thought about him getting these tests and suspension? Is on you, Mr. KD.
Luka spends every game trying to sway the referees or manipulate them, so to say. So this is just his game at this point. But as far as the Lakers' capabilities in the playoffs, I think he'll tighten up, and he gets a chance to restart and refresh once the playoffs start. So, yeah, I don't think he's gonna hold too much weight when it counts. It ain't gonna shy away from the phenomenal season he's having right now, phenomenal close to the season he's having right now. I agree. Lucas is on the run right now. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, I
if
get
we
why
get a
he's
tech,
upset.
okay. We get a tech, okay. Next.
It's like I get why he's upset, but yeah, I mean, I don't really think he cares either.
I don't think nobody cares.
I
T
was like,
might
yeah, I don't
care.
really think nobody cares, but I
JJ
mean, you
Redick
gotta
don't
inflict some type of
care.
punishment.
Jenny Bus don't care. LeBron don't care. Okay.
Luca gonna put up 40 and 50 a night if you want.
If this one comes with it, I'll take it.
With that being said, the NBA, they're now voting against anti-tanking. So I don't know if you've seen the 3-tier process that they have to stop anti-tanking. I don't think you're going to stop anything. But what's your thoughts about this, Mr. KD?
Well, their move to prevent it is they're trying – well, not trying. They're moving to create an 18-team draft lottery. Therefore, that will be more lottery teams. So they're trying to say that will sway teams from purposely tanking. Could work, could not work.
They gonna just try to secretly do it this time.
It ain't been too secretly. We got teams that came out in 3 years straight said trust the process. That was their whole plan, trust the process.
Hey, don't talk about the 76ers like that.
They drafted 3 straight centers, and they try to tell us trust the process. But hey, like you said, maybe we could sway them to move around. But what was your question again? I get where they're going with it. I don't know if it'll be effective. Let's wait. Gotta wait.
All right, just your thoughts on what you think about them doing anti-tanking, whatever your thoughts is.
I get they have to do something. I'm with them on that, but this proposal, you gotta wait to see if it's effective. Like Amari said, okay, you go from 14 to 18, but you still leave 12 teams that can tank. So you're not totally eliminating it. You're just trying to limit it.
So I moved this question up just to ask you this.
It seems like the Pacers and the Wizards that are doing it right now and going to capitalize in the long run because they have they have a qualified team, but they're just using this season since their head star's injured. They're using this season to capitalize on these little caveats, and they're trying to bolster their team moving forward. That's good business to me. I don't blame them. I say that's a smart move. Sometimes we can't start penalizing people for being strategic. That's that.
Ask you this: what rule outside 65 game rule that you're looking to change? That if you was commissioner for the day, you would change. It's on you, Mr. KD.
It's already on the board. They've been working at it for I think 3 years now. The hand check rule. I'm not saying we can just put our hands on you and restrict you from moving, but I should be allowed to put my hands on you. Everybody is way more shifty. The game is at a point where we're leaning heavy towards offense, i.e. what we talked about at the top of this segment. The hand check rule gives me a little more freedom to, understand and control where you're going with the rock. And that can help me get away from those extreme push-offs or forearms that guys like SGA are throwing.
I was about to say, like the SGA push-off we was talking about like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah. I don't even want to call it a push-off yet because they haven't deemed it that, but that little elbow check or forearm check is a very efficient move that they need to look into.
So I'm gonna say this: zone defense. This is not college, bro. Like I remember when they implemented it because of Shaq, because couldn't nobody defend Shaq. Nah, man to man. I mean, you can cheat, you can hop over all that type stuff, but we gotta get out of that.
You trying to eliminate zone defense?
Yeah, and there should be no zone because up until I want to say 2002, I believe that's the year, 01, 02. That was the year that they made zone defense a thing in the NBA. No zone defense. No, man to man. This is where the big boys play.
I firmly disagree with that.
Nah. Yeah. From a different era. Secondly, there's another thing from a different era. All these gonna be old school rules. This flagrant foul. Every time somebody take a hard foul, we gotta look at the monitor. He might got hit in the head. All this. Nah. Like blatant stuff, pushing people out the air and yoking them up and all that. I get that.
I'm also understanding on that point. But
You said what, Mr. Katie?
No, I'm more so understanding on where you're going with that one, but eliminating the option to go zone, that sounds that.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Mr. KD. Since you've been watching basketball, you only known zone. See, I come from a pre-zone.
They seldom go to zone, but you taking that away from me is crazy.
But you hear the word seldom. I'm talking about zero. I don't know no.
That's my point. If I already seldom use zone, what is the point of taking it away from me? Like,
because this is where the grown man play. It shouldn't be there at all. It shouldn't be an option.
Sometimes you get into a point where the team across from you is just more talented than you. That's where the zone can close that gap.
And you know what happens? You know what happens when the team better than you, Mr. KD? You know what happens? You lose.
I disagree on that. So yeah, we're not going to agree on that.
And
that might be the coaching. That might be the coaching perspective of me, but we're not going to.
And this is the last thing: traveling. Like all these triple step backs and all these triple gather steps and all. We really got to hone in on what is a travel, what isn't a travel. And
they focus on carrying, and I think that's going to change a lot next season too. They're focusing on the carrying aspect of it.
That's big. That's big. I'm telling you, anybody that played basketball pre-2003, the things that they do in basketball, Luka been a prime example of it.
No,
he carried the ball every possession.
Jason Tatum carried that ball every time. Like I be watching this game, like boy. But they said they're gonna tighten up.
Just hold it by the side, like it's in their pocket.
It used to be whenever your hand goes under the ball.
That was Coach KD. What we call you can't put your hand on the ball, son. It's always top. Use your fingertips. So that'd be, and even if they don't redefine what travel is, let's call it like this bring integrity back to the game. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But the last thing before I let you say whatever you got to say about any information you got for the NBA news, Cam Thompson. This is the second time. Thomas. I'm sorry.
Where you got the P in?
This is the second time for him to get waived. Got waived for Brooklyn Nets, and then got waived for the Milwaukee Bucks. Let you tell it. It might be a Doc Rivers thing, which I think we're gonna speak about in a second. But I just want your input of what you think about this.
I have no opinion. Whatever the Bucks do at this point in the season, I feel like it's a good move. But Cam Thomas is a gifted scorer. And hey, leaving the Bucks gives you the opportunity to land with a team that actually has championship aspirations. So, it's to be continued for him right now. But he's a Buck.
Yeah, I definitely think it gives him a plethora of suitors before the playoffs start, and even more so when the offseason comes, being that he's not tied to a team where, as of right now, he can start early to try to search for his new deal.
So, Mr. Amari, by him being cut this late, he's ineligible to be on any playoff roster. So he can't even get into a playoff roster right now at the moment. So only off season. But I think was most impactful for him is he's an undersized guard that's only a scorer. That's
he cannot be signed by any team.
Yeah. He got released too late. So he can't get signed. So basically, his season is done.
So now more questions. Never mind. I was about to say more questions arise now. Like, what was the point of cutting them? But never mind.
Yeah,
Go
but I
ahead.
say you don't gain or lose anything from cutting them, so I don't see what's the purpose of doing it. Just let them play. See if you want to bring them back next season.
But
Right.
then this is the point I'm getting at. I think he's a dinosaur. It kind of goes back to what we were just speaking about. We were talking about the carry, the travel, zone offense, and all this different zone defense, and all these different
The
things.
Bucks
I
are
think he's a.
not winning. So
You said,
what?
you
What
said
do
what,
you?
Mr. JD?
The Bucks are not winning.
No, I don't think his prototype. I don't think that's a NFL. That's an NFL. I don't think that's an NBA prototype anymore. Let's think about Jamal Crawford. He's 6'5". Cam is like 6'1".
No, Cam ain't
Like
that
that
small.
undersized, just scoring guard that does
Cam is not.
nothing else. He doesn't D up. He doesn't assist. He's not really smart. He's not that efficient. I think he's a dinosaur. Like that's how I look at him. Like
You about to make me look.
real
You about to
spill.
make
Cam
me look.
Thomas is 6'4".
You said what?
Cam Thomas is 6'4".
Nah, that's where they list him at.
He didn't.
I seen him. The man, I'm 6'3", pushing 6'4". He's really not my height.
You never
I
stood
just feel
side by side with that man either.
You said what, Mr. Mari?
You never stood side by side with that man either.
No,
Cam
that's my
Thomas
no.
not
My
no
point is
6'4".
I have that's the bigger point that I said, that I seen him personally. Like he's not my height. I'm taller than him. That's really what
You
I'm
ain't the
saying.
same in high school. You're not the
I'm
same in high school.
I'm talking about it, Mr. KD. I'm talking about in the last 4 years.
Yeah, how long you been in the league? When did you see him? I'll put it that way. When did you see him?
He been in the league for like 5 or 6 years.
When did you see him? Was he in high school or professional?
He was a professional when he had his count. Like I seen the man. The man is 6'1".
He's not 6'1". I won't.
I give him 6'2" on a good day. Like real spill, Steph Curry is 6'1", 6'2". I think they got him at 6'3". He's not 6'3". Westbrook is 6'4". When Westbrook stand next to Cam, he's dwarfs him. They're not the same. But even if we go to and we play it to the point that he's 6'4", he's 6'3", which I don't believe because I've seen him personally. But let's say he's 6'3". But even with that saying, he's an undersized combo guard that doesn't does much else besides scoring.
He's just a
That's
bucket.
not what the game is headed to. Our top 3 takes that you get wrong, but still may be right. Because, sometimes you're wrong, but I still might be right. I'm going to start with you, Mr. KD. So this on the podcast, things that you said that end up being wrong, but you still think that you right. Because I got a couple myself. I'm going to start with you, go to Mr. Amari, then I finish.
Number one,
three
man.
things because I done said I'd have been right about most of the stuff.
Yeah, I'd have been wrong a couple times, but like Amar said, I've been right about more than that. And I think we need to reword this whole segment because I need to brag about when I was right versus.
And I thought I was wrong.
Yeah. So, number one was the Bills making a deep run at the Super Bowl this year. I did think this was the perfect opportunity for them to do that. No other top dog quarterbacks in the AFC were in the in the playoffs. And I hitched onto that train and they let me down, So
I got one thing you need to have on that list.
what's that?
I'm gonna let you finish and then I'm gonna tell you if you don't say it.
Well, since you don't want to go first, I'm gonna go ahead and poke the bear while I'm at it. I ain't gonna lie to you. The other 3 segments on this topic, this is easy for me to come by. But when we went to the where was I was wrong, I said I gotta start taking jabs. So the Steelers winning against the Texans. That was one that I said was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Didn't work out that way. So that came to my mind. And then lastly, Zach Taylor keeping his job. Didn't think that was gonna happen. But here we go, going into another season. Zach Taylor and Al Golden are there. and I'm optimistic about where we go. So those are my three that stayed to mind. I had to get personal because nothing would come to mind. This wrecked my brain for a while.
That way, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of it did kind of get down to getting real personal at a certain point. But first thing I had was I said the Patriots was gonna be bad this year. I felt like they had a lot of young talent on the team. The first year coach, I didn't think they were gonna exceed expectations as they were, even though they did have such an easy schedule. Um, this was a big thing where I said it. I believe it's one of our most popular clips right now. I said the Lions were one of the scariest teams in the NFC.
You were wrong about that one.
Yeah, the Rams throughout the season showed me that they were that. And of course, it comes down to what is it? The Pittsburgh Steelers winning against the Houston Texans in the playoffs, actually breaking our one and done streak in the playoffs. That
Lost that man job.
no, he didn't lose his job. He stepped down from his job. It's a difference.
Y'all did that. Y'all lost that man job.
He stepped down from his job. It's not losing his job. You know what? You should have put that up there. Talking about Mike Tomlin was gonna get fired. He didn't get fired.
So,
But the thing that I said that you should have had up there was when you said Bo Nix was gonna take that next step. You should have put that up there.
it's crazy because
I was wrong, but I was right. My man
Nah.
made it. I
No,
was wrong.
you said Bo Nix was gonna be the reason.
I
Their
was
defense
right.
was the reason.
He made it to the AFC. I was right.
Bo Nix was not the reason though.
Hey, I was wrong, but I'm right.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy because where I was wrong at, because I told y'all I think Bo Nix was gonna be benched soon, and they ended up winning.
He ended up knocking you out the playoffs on a bum ankle.
Yeah, but I still think I'm right because within that season we're gonna see the bum that he really is. Not a bum, but I think he's a backup. I think he's a backup quarterback. I don't think that he's where he's at right now. I don't think he's that guy. So I was wrong. I said that he'll be benched by next season. Well, midway next season. I might just gotta be one season off.
But you can't do that when you're coming off injury now. That changes the whole prediction.
And not for me, because I don't think he's that good anyway.
They're not gonna bench that man because Jarrett Stidham's there. When Bo Nix come back, he's going right back out there.
I don't think he's that good. I really don't. Like, respect the Bo Nix, but I don't think he's that good. Another one, I think Mr. KD touched on it. I believe that the Bills had a clear way to the Super Bowl. Well, to the playoff, Super Bowl game in particular. The AFC Championship or the Super Bowl. However you want to look at it.
Definitely the Super Bowl, and y'all blew that straight out the water.
We blew it. And that's why I still think we right. I still think that I'm right. Because we did have a clear path. We blew it. So even though my prediction was wrong, the team just failed me. I believe that we had a clear path to the Super Bowl. I didn't say that we were going to win the Super Bowl. We had a clear path to the Super Bowl, AFC Championship at minimum, and we got to nail one on. So that lets me know that I was wrong, but I still think I was right. And last but not least, what I think is Travis Hunter. One of our first podcasts on Podbean, please look at that. Check that out. I said that he was going to be a multi-dimensional player, both sides of the field. He was going to change the way people scout college and all that. I had a lot of high hopes for Travis Hunter. I still do. But I was wrong. But I might be right, Mr. KD. But sometimes I'm wrong. So I still believe in Travis Hunter that he can redefine that cornerback / wide receiver / type position. But I might be wrong. But even when I'm wrong, Mr. KD, I'm right.
You've been right.
So with that being said, I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari. 3 players that was good that you thought was gonna be bad. Any sport, be basketball, football, whatever. 3 players that were actually good that you thought was gonna be bad and why. And then Mr. KD, then I finish.
I went mostly all football with this, but my 3 players that I thought were going to be good, and they ended up being bad. They were all good in college. Laquan Treadwell, Josh Doxson, and Trent Richardson.
I ain't believe that Trent Richardson thing, but Laquan Treadwell, I did.
Yeah.
You did the good. You did the ones that was bad that you thought was gonna be good.
I thought they were good. They were good, and they ended up being bad.
You gotta look at the list.
Right, okay.
Look at the list.
Oh, I said, KD, you want to do your good to bad?
I got about 10 of them, man.
All
All over
supposed
the
to have
place.
3, man.
Oh, yeah, I just kept running them off because they peed me off. Ben Simmons, even though he had a good run, I thought he was going to be way better than what he was, and he peed me off. Dante Exum, I thought he was going to be.
I hate that man from 2K. I could never get drafted over him, and they made it so hard.
Let's go to Cincinnati. Taylor Mays, I thought he was going to be a better.
Taylor Mays.
LaMichael James out of Oregon, I thought he was going to be a threat.
You right. LaMichael James.
Stanley Johnson out of Arizona, I thought he was going to be a threat in basketball.
You said DeAnthony Thomas.
The same boat as LaMichael James. Reuben Foster, I thought he would be better than what he was.
I feel like, I was gonna put him on my list, but I feel like it was more of the off-field troubles that were more of a problem for him.
Dang, you won't what I thought you was gonna be. That's all the questions say. You won't what I thought you would be. That's all the questions say. AJ McCarron, I thought you was gonna be better.
Come on now.
I thought it was gonna be a steal. Like, I thought after our Andy Dalton phase, he was going to run us into the.
You thought AJ McCarron was going to be the guy?
He was that guy at Alabama.
Look at how most Alabama quarterbacks turn out.
Right. That's hindsight. We're not judging off hindsight.
You had
this is my last one. This is my last one. The biggest name to me because I still believed in him in the NFL. He wasn't
Jamar Stewart.
Nah, Josh Freeman. I thought he was him up until he went on the roster for 3 years. I was holding on to that too long, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was on his Tampa days. I thought he was still that guy.
My bad to good one was kind of I'm gonna say, IT, you going?
Yeah, I was about to say who I thought was gonna be what is it, gonna be good, but it was bad, right?
Yep.
Yeah. RG3, man, Mr. KD. I'm talking about when we fuss about
health
this
issues. He won't bad.
I'm talking about, nah. Mr. KD he think he's a bum. Like we fuss about this all the time.
He think he's a bum.
Yeah, we fuss about we
fuss about this. I only think he's a bum after. No, you're right. Never mind. Yeah.
He thinks he's a bum.
I thought he was that good. You're right. Yeah.
He thinks he's a bum.
Back to Baylor. I never thought he was that good. You're right.
Carson Wentz. Oh,
he was about to make my list. He was gonna make my list.
Hey, Mr. KD, you already know. Man, we had a bet that we was, even though it's fictional, that if we can trade quarterbacks, I would. I was willing to trade Josh Allen for Carson Wentz. That's how much. I'm talking about 2017.
Hey, Mark, that's the type of moves to lose your job. What if these
Yeah.
I'd
be out of job at 2018.
That man said, I'm trading the 7th overall pick for Carson Wentz.
Nah, both of them was in the league. Both of them, Carson Wentz and Josh Allen was in the league. I was saying that.
I know. Josh Allen was just the 7th overall pick in the 2017 and 2018 draft.
To give him some type of justification, this was right off of the Carson Wentz Super Bowl season. So
Carson Wentz had just tore his Achilles.
You right. He still
it wasn't. It wasn't when he tore his Achilles. It was.
No, I'm saying it was that season. I
It
don't
was
remember
fresh off
winning
the
that
Super Bowl.
season.
The reason why he didn't play in that Super Bowl was because he was
No, it might
injured.
have been. It might have been during the season because he was
Yeah, it
building
was
the
during the
MVP
season.
season.
Yeah, it was during the season.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I'm
like
saying it was that season.
yeah, it was that season. But last but not least, the person that you
Context.
mentioned, also Mr. Amari, Trent Richardson. I thought he was like that. I really did. He got to the NFL and I realized he can't read holes. He don't know backside cut, nothing.
Y'all just fell into the fact that he had dreads and he was another running back with Alabama. Y'all ain't looking
No,
over.
I ain't falling to that because when we get to the next part of this conversation, you're gonna hear what I had to say about somebody else. It wasn't about that. I literally thought I ain't thought he was gonna be at minimum he was gonna be suitable. The man might be 30 right now and out the league, but
Let's go.
I mean, so was Todd Gurley. Like, so
yeah. But Todd Gurley had degenerative knees, so that's a whole nother story.
Let's go. What's next? I like your segue. Start it off. Where you was going with the Alabama guys?
So the last one is, and I started. The last one is the players that actually were good that we thought was going to be bad. So I start with that.
This is
So I'm gonna start first, and to your point, Mr. KD, cut. You
We
don't
didn't hear the name.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, we didn't hear that. Whoa! You thought Derrick Henry was going to be
you thought
bad?
Derrick Henry was gonna be bad?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Players that were good that I thought that wasn't going. Like,
Oh,
and that
wow.
just me. Like, even when you come out, I think he was a second rounder, if I ain't mistaken. I'm 90% sure he was a second rounder. But long strides, his body type, and what really broke him open was that 99-yard run on like Monday Night Football, whatever. But before
the
that,
Jaguars.
he was I think it was DeMarco
Murray
was in front of him. He was the second running back on the team. And even then, if you listen to the broadcast, I don't think that game, but a game before that, they were saying that I think Eddie George, somebody had spoke to him like, do you want to be an NFL player? You got to, like, basically people was questioning him even up until that point. So I say that to say this. My prognosis of him is not abstract. Like, coming into the league, and a lot of people thought that he was too tall. He's 6'4". He's not quick. He take a lot of time to get to his steps, to get to his real burst, to speed up. Like, it was a lot of things that people didn't think. And all the usage that he went through from high school to college, and he's not a catcher, and he's not a receiver, and he can't do it.
Wait, you said to college? He didn't start until his junior year of college, right?
No. I said that's why I brought high school to college. I ain't saying just high school. I'm saying all of it, like the accumulation factor, meaning that people didn't think that outside of myself. Like, if you look at all the things that were coming out about him at that time, people didn't look at him as a first rounder, and people didn't look at him as the Hall of Famer that he is. I'm gonna say it now. I don't know if y'all agree, but he's a Hall of Famer. People didn't look at him as a Hall of Famer. They looked at him at best as he can be a productive, big running back.
I got another one for good to bad.
Go ahead.
Thought about it.
Let me get
Isaiah
to my last.
Simmons.
He got good size though. That's what would help him. His size.
Yeah, good film. But
Basketball.
You go ahead.
Another two. This is basketball. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. Kyrie, because he only played 12 games. I'm like perpetually injured.
He didn't play 12 games.
Like,
college career?
You said what, sir?
You said college career?
I think he played 12 games.
Played 7 games.
That's what I'm saying. Like I get your skill set, but at the time, at the moment that he got drafted, I was like, he's an injury prone point guard. Then Kevin Love, I just felt like he was undersized at 6'8", playing power forward, slow, unathletic. I didn't think his game translated. I think I looked at him like a Christian Laettner. All them power forwards that's 6'7" to 6'9" that play in college, that's great, but can't translate it to the NBA game. That's how I looked at him until he went to Minnesota and had like 20 rebounds and 20 points, and he was like the Jokic before Jokic without the assists. I'm just saying his productivity.
Come on, man. Stop.
So that's my players that I thought that was going to be bad, but they actually ended up being good. Go ahead, Mr. Amari.
My first one is actually Eli Stokes. He was a decent corner coming out of Georgia, but I didn't think that he was actually going to be good because he was most notably known for his speed on the outside, but nothing else really. My second one was Najee Harris. He didn't really have a lot of wiggle. He was definitely a tremendous downhill runner, but he didn't necessarily have the shiftiness or elusiveness of a true RB1, although I do love Najee, but he
You still
didn't
might
have
be
it.
right about that. I don't know.
What?
You still might be right about that one.
What?
Because this is the thought he'd be bad, but he was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you still might be right on that Najee Harris
Uh,
one.
Actually, I didn't even have a third one, really.
I
'Cause
had.
at that,
No, go
that
ahead.
point, I was just targeting players. No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go
At
ahead.
that point, you're just trying to be blasphemous and attack people. And I'm going to protect you from doing that. Don't attack nobody. I'm going to go basketball first. Chet Holmgren. I did not think all the hype was going to translate to the NBA. And it's still early. Like the whole topic says, even when I'm wrong, I could have been right. I think I might be right. But Chet Holmgren, he's one of my ones that came to mind first. Second, Jalen Hurts. I was not a big believer in Jalen Hurts at all. And what he's done.
I can't blame you for the Jalen Hurts one. I can't. Once you get bounced from actually my third one, I can't say it would be Jalen Hurts. Like, I was not a believer.
I'm sorry.
I
I
might not be a believer right now, but I'm just saying he's done better than what I expected. What'd you say?
I'm about to ask you, but you're already there. Like, I think me and you in the same. Like,
I couldn't spell it.
We really don't believe. We still don't believe in him. Like,
he did better than I expected.
The thing is, do I believe that he could have been a winner coming into the NFL? And I think you might be right there with me. But you don't think he could have been a winner?
No.
Oh, no, I think he could be a winner. Yeah. Oh, that's the difference.
No. And my last one, Logan Paul. Since we're covering all sports.
As a WWE wrestler, I couldn't agree with that.
I did not think he was going to be that good. And
another person that I never gave the credit to, even though I think athletically he does fit the bill. I show speed.
Well, what is he? What you counting him as right now?
I would count him as one of them celebrity wrestlers, but
he's a fucking athlete right now. He's still an athlete.
He's mainly just an athlete. I mean, you can say the same for Jelly Roll or any of those celebrity wrestlers they got.
We can't put Jelly Roll in the same topic as Logan Paul.
Nah, you can't put Jelly Roll in the same category as Logan Paul because I can't say Logan Paul is actually pretty good at wrestling.
I didn't expect him to be this good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not expect that. Yeah, he showed me the level of dedication.
I'm gonna take it one step further. Obafemi, I just knew they was gonna try some way to make his character not work. But to put him over twice on Brock, I think I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to that match at WrestleMania.
Oh, for sure. But I didn't know him before this whole run right here, so I can't judge his starting stage because I don't know about it. But heck yeah, he's headed.
Yeah, he was in NXT. Yeah, he was in NXT. Like,
I'm talking about before that. I'm talking about before wrestling, like because this is his second sport.
But when you said the Logan Paul, that was a great pull because, to your point, you just look at him as a YouTuber. Like, not only did he take it seriously, he got serious mood. Like, his He right there can battle with the cruiserweights. Like, I kind of
Yeah.
judge people off like, what's your fundamentals? Because we already know he got the charisma, the mic skills, and all that. We know that he got the look, he got the physique. Now we judging your in-ring talent. He could take bumps, give bumps, do skills, be
I
on
think
cue.
this might be his third WrestleMania in 4 years. Like,
Nah.
yeah.
I say this, and this is probably the biggest compliment for him. He's legit.
Yeah.
He legit. Like, real spill, if we didn't know that he was a YouTuber, we wouldn't think nothing less of him as a wrestler. That makes you legit. When I can look at you and just look at you just simply as a wrestler, nah, we get into our versus segment. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari, but I know Mr. KD gonna love this one. We're gonna start with the real Mr. KD, Kevin Durant, that is, versus Carmelo Anthony. We gonna say, because we know Durant got more points than Carmelo, but we gonna say
And Jordan.
who's the most unguardable though. Even though you got more points than me, I'm more unguardable than you. Who is that person? I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari.
Hey, Logan Paul has been in 4 straight WrestleMania events. 4 straight. And how many years he been wrestling?
Probably
4, right?
wrestling like he
Probably
probably been wrestling like
6.
6 years, maybe.
Probably 6.
6? Oh yeah, 2021.
Maybe.
So 5. So 4 out of his 5
5 years,
years he
4
made it to
WrestleManias.
WrestleMania. Yeah.
That's what's up. But the most unguardable, I don't know. I would probably say KD. I feel like when you get people call you easy money sniper because at any given moment you can take a shot and get a shot from anywhere you want. Being 7 foot and being able to score from all 3 levels of the court. I mean, Melo can do the same, but I just think when it comes, I would say the output that KD can give you, I think KD is the most unguardable. Well,
We
KD.
talking about, first off, let's be clear. I've said this multiple times. Carmelo Anthony is the reason I'm a Nuggets fan. Because that was my favorite player at that time. This question when we're unguardable. When we talk about the most unguardable player ever, Kevin Durant might be, not comparing him to Melo, like Kevin Durant might be the most unguardable player ever. Now, there's a guy in the league right now that might take that throne if everything heads the way it's going. But right now, KD might be the most unguardable player ever, as far as the effort that it requires for him.
The 7 foot 3 level scorer.
Yeah, he can just shoot right over most people. He can get to any shot. He can hit from any range. As a 3-level scorer, he's elite. Melo, my style of play, if I was to judge them off of style of play and what appeases me, I'm gonna go Melo because I like his bully ball mentality that KD don't really have.
Yeah.
But if the word was unguardable, so then we go into the effort part. But if with the intent of unguardable, yeah, KD is that. You roll the ball out and he can score on anybody. Wherever he want to go, he can get it all. He can get his shot off. So I'd have to side with KD though. But
So I guess I got to be the bad guy. You talking about the most unguardable? Like, I'm gonna give you an example. When Kevin Durant played the Boston Celtics and they got physical with him, he was guardable. You can't get physical with Melo and take him out his game.
Talk about the finals.
You said what?
Talk about the finals.
No. I think he was the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh.
I'm talking about KD. He was the Brooklyn
when
Nets.
he made the finals again. When he made the finals.
No, I'm talking about guardability. So what I'm saying is you can get physical. You can get physical with KD and you can guard him. This is why when a lot of people say, can he transition to the 1990s game? He would be effective, but he would be limited severely by that because of the bumps, bruises, to the point that you said about the hand checking rule. It's a lot of things. So I literally seen in modern day NBA, the Boston Celtics, guard him, and I think he was shooting like 35%. This is not Kevin Durant. Carmelo Anthony, when everybody that plays against him, they say they got to hike up against Carmelo because he brings it to you because he's that unguardable. I'm going to get my 25 regardless of what you do. With even recently with Kevin Durant, I seen teams throwing doubles at him, traps at him, turnovers, losing the game, X, Y, Z. Is he more skillful? Yes. But guardable? He's easier to guard than a person. Like, I'm looking at it as a coach. As a coach, I'm going to put my 6'8" bully on Kevin Durant. With Melo, who do I get to guard him? If I put 6'8" bully on him, he can go by him. If I put a 6'4" quick guy on him, he can post him up. If I put a 6'10" guy on him, then like he can do everything against anybody. So that makes him more unguardable.
I can drive or I can shoot over you.
I'm just gonna shoot over you. I ain't gotta worry about all the other assets.
You can't shoot over me if you ain't comfortable. If you ain't in your rhythm, you ain't in your bag, and I got you, and you so small waisted that I can put my whole hand on your hip and just ride you to the place that I need you to go.
My waist don't compromise my wingspan. I'm gonna just shoot over you.
And that's my point. He can't. Like I see Wemby going through the same thing now. Detroit in particular, they just beat him up, and he was ineffective. That neutralized him. And Iguodala, before we get to the next topic, Iguodala said,
"To the fifth scorer all time being neutralized."
No. The fact that most teams can't neutralize you don't mean that another player not more unguardable.
The fact that most teams can't neutralize you makes you unguardable. That's kind of how that works.
But Mr. KD, you looking at different factors. You looking at health, injuries, all this technology, longevity.
No, I'm not looking at that.
No, you take the fifth all time. So what I'm saying is, it's people that could have climbed the ladder if they just kept playing and accumulated more stats. That don't give me. I've seen you in real time. I've seen these people.
Mine is not hypothetical. Mine is proven. We don't have to get hypothetical. We don't have to engage in hypothetical.
I'm getting to proven facts. What I'm saying is, Tony Allen rather guard Kevin Durant than he rather guard Carmelo Anthony.
No. A proven fact is I'm the fifth highest scorer ever in the NBA.
No, you got the fifth most points. That's
what that means. That's what highest scorer.
That doesn't mean you got the most points. That just means that you were here long enough to accumulate more stats. The stats, and then this is the last thing.
Did Melo end on the injury?
You said what?
Did Melo end on the injury?
No. The biggest thing with Melo was dying and want to. This ain't got. That's what I'm saying. That ain't got nothing to do with his offensive skills. They got.
I'm pretty sure KD had more devastating injuries than Melo.
No, what I'm saying is the reason Melo's career wasn't longer is because Melo didn't take
time because of my injuries, and I'm still.
Melo didn't take care of Melo. Melo got that fat gene. You already said
Melo didn't have no devastating injuries.
But Melo,
I've had those, and I'm still
never going to play a long past a certain point. Like
I had those devastating injuries, and I'm still fifth.
But this is my point. It's other players that had these devastating injuries that just quit.
We're talking about KD and Melo right now.
No. I'm saying that goes to you being on the fifth on the list. My point is,
we're talking about KD and Melo. Stop bringing other people. We're talking about KD and Melo.
No. You using that as a measurement. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this just for the audience. I'm gonna say this for the audience. I don't use that as a metric. Like stats, like we were saying about best offense, defense. Stats is a metric, but that's not the totality of how I look at you. Like I seen your career. I know what it is. I watch basketball.
Yeah, I do too, but sometimes you can't argue numbers.
Listen what I'm about to say.
Numbers don't
this
lie.
Is the whole reason for the podcast is to give our teams. So my thing is, I seen what you did, Melo, and I seen what you did, KD. And when I see the two, one is more unguardable than the other one.
I didn't get injured. Say I didn't get injured. Imagine where I'd be.
No. You just score more points, but that don't make you more unguardable. Like that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I don't
Like,
get the point then.
I know what you're saying. Oh, I scored more points, so obviously I'm not more unguardable. No, what I'm saying is, if I'm looking at you and I'm looking at these two players, and I'm a defensive coach or I'm a defensive player, and I'm looking at these people, and I'm saying, who's harder to guard? I'm looking at Melo. Melo will run through your chest and get you 5,000, get you up out of there. I seen that. I'm gonna tell you what the biggest point is. Most teams don't get physical with KD to take him out of his game. That's the real problem. This got more to do with the other teams than they got to do with KD. If teams got physical with KD, his points would drop.
Hypothetical, and I'm being realistic. The man
I don't think I'm being realistic because I seen when teams got physical with him.
You're going off of what could have been. I'm going off of what is.
No. I seen when teams got physical with him, how that affected him. Versus when they come to Carmelo Anthony, I seen when teams got physical with him, it did nothing.
Where's Melo at all time?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You using the stats to justify your argument.
I'm just trying to say, you're talking about arguing the numbers, and you're saying the longevity of things. The man had 2 serious injuries and missed seasons, and I'm still over you. Still over you.
You still scored more points. You still scored more points than me.
So my point is, why didn't you? If you're so unguardable, why didn't you score more points than me? That's what I'm asking.
Because I played last season than you.
And why? Because I was the one with the devastating injuries. So why did you play last season?
Because he didn't keep himself healthy. That's another issue.
I was the one with the big injuries. What are we talking about health here? I was the one that missed seasons because of health.
Out basketball. You can see the same thing with Shaq. Shaq could have dominated in a lot of other ways when it came to basketball.
So you're penalizing me for playing longer. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, you got longevity stats. That's my point. Longevity stats and what I think is better, they don't correlate to me. Like for instance, LeBron James got more longevity stats than Michael Jordan, but LeBron James is nowhere near Jordan. Like nowhere near. Like they ain't even close to each other. To me, like they not. If they was in the house, LeBron James be in the parking lot. That's how far apart they are to me. But I see what LeBron James got as longevity stats. Stats don't dictate how I look at you as a player in a totality. Stats only cement some of the things that I feel about you as a player. But I don't look at the stats and say, oh, because you scored 30,000 points, that means you better than them. No. I just seen DeMar DeRozan score more points than Dominique Wilkins. Do I think DeMar DeRozan is better than Dominique Wilkins? No. But he's going to have more points than Dominique Wilkins.
At the age he is right now, can still put up the numbers that he's putting up effortlessly, goes to show you who's more unguardable.
He's a better scorer. But see,
that's the point we're getting at.
No. We're getting to unguardable. See, unguardables is when I'm on you, when I'm up on you.
Never mind. You know what? With that logic, you won. Because if you telling me the more unguardable person is the better scorer, but that doesn't negate each other, then I don't.
No. What I'm saying is, if I shoot three open threes and I got 9 points, and you being guarded and you got 8 points, because I got more points than you at the end of the game, don't make no more unguardable than you.
The better scorer is not the more unguardable. That's what you're saying?
Not necessarily.
That's what you just said. You just said KD is the better scorer. No, stop moving around. Stay on the 2 guys we're talking about. You just said KD is the better scorer, correct? Is that what you just said? You just said that.
He scored more points. Yeah, he's.
No. You said he's the better scorer.
Yeah.
So he's the more unguardable.
And you're going to really hate that sweet topic. I'm telling you that now. But with that being said,
Amari, am I tripping? Amari, he said the one is the better scorer, but the other one is more unguardable. Am I tripping?
I don't see how you were saying earlier with the being a high level scorer. I don't see how you a high level scorer and you not unguardable.
I'm maybe I'm missing something. Like he's the better scorer, but the other
Because
person is more unguardable. I don't get it.
And this is my closing statement. My point is this: I can do it through everything, and you can only do it through certain
So the
circumstances.
fact that you got to work harder is my problem.
No, no,
that
no,
that is
no,
it
no, no,
lessens
no.
your argument.
I was
Because
just trying to get it. So the fact that you
I
have to
made
do
my defender
more.
go through more.
Yeah, okay, I get you, Amari. My fault. That's what it is. The fact that I
No,
have to do more makes me okay. I got you.
the
Because I
fact
can
that
just do I can
the
just do
fact,
two
the
dribbles and
fact
pull
that
up.
I am a more efficient scorer on more different type of personalities than
We
you.
could pull the numbers up right now. He is not more efficient than Melo. Like you keep
Hey,
digging a
look,
hole. You keep
You
digging a hole.
literally
You
didn't
keep
hear what I
digging a
said.
hole.
You
He is
we
literally
not
still
more
got
efficient than
didn't
Melo.
hear what I
we
said.
still got
I
two
said a
questions.
more
Yeah,
efficient
you're right,
scorer.
Amari. Let's go. Because he's digging his own hole. He is not more efficient than Melo.
I said
And I'm a Melo fan. Come on now.
on different players. So that means if you 6'4" to 6'10", I still can get buckets. What I'm saying is I've seen people pick KD.
I see. Let's talk about Florida. We'll bring this up another week when I got more time. But I'm letting you
Yeah,
know right
yeah.
now, you digging a
That's
hole.
right. Yeah. Nah, you just wrong. But with that being said,
No,
and
what's the name of the podcast? Even when I'm right, I'm wrong. So even when I'm
Right.
wrong, I'm right. Like,
you right about that, Mr. Amari. And I'm gonna start with you. We going with the best in the South, college football. The same rules apply that we did last time. Start with you, Mr. Amari.
wait, did we
Start with
draft a
KD.
defensive player?
Yeah.
I think I started with you
It
last
won't
time.
really. We didn't really draft. It was kind of. It wasn't like a draft.
Like,
But yeah,
I'm about to
we
say,
did
did we
pick a
we picked a
defense.
defensive player also, right?
We picked two defensive players.
Okay. Wait, so it's me?
Yeah. Quarterback, I believe. Is that what you said?
I only get one quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude. Aaron
It's the
Murray.
same rules last time.
Where my pen at?
I ain't have a paper for last time, I don't think.
Oh,
But
What's
Aaron
it?
Murray. I got him as my quarterback. He pretty much owns all of the University of Georgia's passing records. Um, Going to running back, I have Herschel Walker. I feel like that's not much
Oh,
to
we're
say
going.
on
I
that.
thought we was going position by position. I lost my goddamn pen.
I said quarterback. I just went running back.
Quarterback. I got Tebow. Might be
Hey,
the greatest collegiate quarterback of all time.
I said I can't argue with Tebow. I said running back. I got Herschel Walker.
I got Emmitt Smith.
Wide receiver one. I got AJ Green.
You get two running backs.
Oh, I got two. Oh, I got Todd Gurley.
Okay. I got Fred Taylor. Freddie T.
Wide receiver one. I got AJ Green.
See, this is where you're gonna kind of my names ain't gonna match up, but if you do the research, I got Percy Harvin.
Hey, I don't. That's legend right there. I don't. You ain't gotta say no more. My wide receiver two. I got Hans Ward.
I think I put my pen. My second one I got Andre Caldwell, and that was mostly because he was a Bengal. Thank you. So yeah, he was that man in college, but I slayed with him because he was a Bengal.
And my wide receiver three, I got Muhammad Massaquoi.
I got Wes Chandler. He played in that offense. He played quarterback, running back, and receiver predominantly. So, well, not predominantly.
That's very valuable. I would say that's valuable.
Tight end, what you got?
Brock Bowers. Yeah.
Oh, his name is a controversial name, and if y'all don't accept that one, I got to back up. Aaron Hernandez.
I mean, we'll take it.
Is that acceptable?
Yeah. One offensive lineman, correct?
One offensive lineman, yeah.
Andrew Thomas.
That's a great one. I'm going where your heart at. Marquise Pouncey.
That was a low blow.
That was low.
I'm going where your heart at.
All right. My first defensive player, Jalen Carter.
Has he done enough?
When he was at the
Boy.
University of Georgia, yes.
I'm going Jack Youngblood, which is probably the best defender of all time. My second one, I got 3 names that I got to fight between.
That you got to fight with me on?
No, I got to fight between. I got to pick one, but it's 3 names that I got to pick one of them.
All right. So I guess we kind of in the same boat, but I guess I'm gonna take him. My second defensive player, Roquan Smith.
That's a good one. He ain't done enough yet, though. But that's a good one.
We're talking about at the University of Georgia, remember?
You're right. We're talking about college. You're right. I'm going to go with Lito Shepherd. Keywan Ratliff was my second closing up. They was all DBs, but yeah. We'll go with Lito Shepherd. I got Tebow, so I win by default.
My second option, although he could have been number 1, to be honest. He should have been number 1 if we're really being honest. Champ Bailey.
No, I got Tebow, so I won.
I got
You
Champ
didn't
Bailey.
choose Champ Bailey?
I
said you didn't choose Champ Bailey?
No, I got Roquan and Jalen Carter. I took my front 7.
Did y'all hear? I got Tebow. Like, are y'all skipping over that point? I won.
Was that two Heisman in 3 years or something to that effect?
I won.
First freshman to win the Heisman, and I think got a statue outside of Florida. But
he might be the greatest college player of all time. If we talk about,
I can't honestly say I cannot argue against Tim Tebow.
I got Tim Tebow, man. I won. What'd you say, Ati?
Now I was saying Herschel Walker may be the greatest college football player. Also, like a lot of people look at Herschel Walker, especially in college. He was that guy. I know
Percy Harvin was that guy.
You said what, sir?
Percy Harvin was that guy. But
I'm going there with you, but I'm saying you're saying about the best college player ever. When you look at Herschel Walker, you got to remember they traded everything to get Herschel Walker. That led to Emmitt Smith and Dallas. Like that's how big.
And what would be the tiebreaker? What position did Herschel Walker play, and what position did Tebow play? I win.
But I'm not the deciding factor of this.
I ain't talking about you. I'm just saying he got a running back. I got a quarterback. Yeah.
Point blank period podcast family. I need y'all to decide who got the better outcome of it all. But with that being said, we get to our last topic at night, sticky note segment. Start with you, Mr. Amari. The first safety off the board and why is on you, Mr. Amari.
Easiest question ever asked on this podcast.
Caleb Downs. And because the team with one of the worst defenses in the league will draft him.
And where?
Find out on Mock Draft 1.0.
Caleb Downs. Yeah, easiest question. I got him to either Tennessee or Cleveland.
I'm going to say this last thing before we sign out. Mr. KD, how confident are you that you think y'all get Sonny Styles?
Not at all, but I would love to have him.
0 to 100.
10%.
0.
You say 10%?
10%, but I would love to have him.
10% is kind of high.
Maybe.
Ooh. But then again, y'all at 10, but
10%. I would love Caleb Downs to slide, but I that's like 3%. But hey. I already see who you picked for us. I like your mind, man. I like your mind. You got him sliding to 10?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You got Caleb sliding to 10. Ain't no way he's sliding to 10. I would love it. Ain't no way he's sliding to 10.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Sonny Styles.
With that being said, I will let y'all know who's 100%. That's us. With that being said, we ain't gonna play. We out.